seasons, the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. The Monday.
It is a Monday. What's going on, Jason?
Dude, it feels as if we have made it, right? We have made it. It's officially football season now until mid-February.
Love that.
Yes.
It is about time, and that's it. I mean, some teams reported last week. Cowboys are flying into Oxnard today. Texans kick off their training camp on Wednesday. So yeah, it's time.
It's time. It is football time. And you mentioned in 1 week from today, 1 week from right now, we're live on the tennis courts at the River Ridge Complex at Dallas Cowboys training camp.
Absolutely,
it will be about 35 degrees cooler for us.
No doubt.
A lot of you want to be living vicariously through us. It's that time of year where you're going to get text messages from friends that you forgot you had. Hey, you need anybody to carry your bag?
Yeah, of course.
Hey,
they're all going to do that.
Absolutely, they are going to do it. But yeah, no, what a weekend, and I can't wait for the 30 some odd degrees cooler because you think it's hot here. I spent the weekend in Phoenix. Now you go to Phoenix this time of year, you know it's going to be hot.
Sure, it's always hot in Phoenix.
Always hot. It's a dry heat, though, they say.
Yeah, so is my oven.
It's been record heat in Phoenix. We were going to a Disturbed concert on Saturday night, outdoor venue. I knew when we said we're going that it was going to be an outdoor venue. You have to prepare for that, which means drinks lots of water, right?
And not Miller Lite.
Well, there's lots of that too. But
yeah.
But pre-gaming for the show, hydration, right?
Yes.
We're walking into the arena at 7:00. It's a pavilion, kind of like what we have here, whatever they call it now out near Watama Park, like the Cynthia Woods Pavilion down in the Woodlands.
Right.
It's one of those kind of arenas or venues. It's outdoors. You know that going in. Doors were at 6:30. We're getting there. Our Uber dropped us off at 7-ish, right after we had pre-gamed over at the Westgate district, which I'll get to in a moment. As we're walking in, people are walking out mad as hell. The show was canceled.
Wow.
Right? They canceled the show after doors were open because it was too freaking hot. The equipment wasn't working, is what they said.
That's BS.
Well, is it?
Their equipment wasn't working.
Their equipment wasn't working in the heat.
They weren't working in the heat.
It was funny because I got the little message on my iPhone that it was too hot for your phone to work.
Really?
That's
weird.
Well, I mean, it happens every now and then.
Huh.
But, so I'm like, well, my one little screen isn't working. So I'm guessing all of their equipment and pyro and
that's nuts.
It
man.
was. It was stupid hot. Now I can't verify this in any way, but for a Disturbed show like that, people with GA tickets that want to be in the mosh pit area, they line up stupid early so they could get as close as they can. We were hearing that lots of people were falling out from the heat.
That's nuts.
Which I believe that.
Yeah.
Right. But it was. I've been to shows that were canceled for a variety of reasons. Never have I seen it's just too damn hot to play.
Now, what was the temperature? I'm sure
it was 116 degrees.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
I just want to show everybody what I have pulled up on my little weather app here. Where is it? Right here.
If you're watching on YouTube,
73 degrees for the high when we arrive in Oxnard next Sunday.
Man, and that's hot.
That's the high. Yeah, going to Oxnard as much as we have, you talk to people out there. If it gets to 80, it's like, oh, it's hot. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, it's awful. So I'm looking forward to that. You got a low of 62 and a high of 73 on Sunday.
Now that low of 62 does not include the sea breeze coming off the ocean.
It does.
I was telling Tim, who is never gone, dude, you better pack some sweatshirts.
You have to.
And for whatever reason, Mr. Denver has a brand new Tampa Bay Buccaneers sweatshirt on his desk.
Really?
I'm like, well, what the hell are you doing with that?
That's
right?
kind of weird.
Extremely weird, but whatever.
Well, I just figure he'll take his blanket that he snagged from Phoenix when it was too cold. Yeah.
Mr. Denver gets cold extremely easy. He will be the one whining more about the cold weather than me.
Yeah.
I've learned over the years of going, I can't tell you how many generic hoodies I have bought because you're going to California for a week. It's shorts and t-shirts all week long, but at night you do have to have your share of hoodies.
Yeah, during the day it's cool to wear, but once that sun starts to sink, well, he's saying you're number one.
Oh,
Jason.
look at that!
That's
I got half a peace sign from Mr. Denver, Mr. Cold.
Once the sun starts to set, it gets cold quick.
Well, and you try to tell him that, but he's, oh, it's California. It's going to be fine.
Yeah, whatever.
No, dude. But see, like in Phoenix, like if Tim calls me, the picture that I have from Tim on my phone is him sitting at this outdoor Super Bowl party venue that we were at, wrapped in a blanket that was on the benches.
He looked like a 90-year-old grandma.
He does.
Yeah.
Not did, does.
He does.
Wrapped up in that. So every time he calls me, that's the photo that pops up on my screen.
That's hilarious. It's going to be great. I can't wait to get out there. Drama already. No Zach Martin on the plane today. Is he going to sit out? Is he going to show up?
Now,
I mean, it's crazy.
Now, when you think about Zach not being on the plane, I don't want to, oh, no, Zach's not on the plane. Certain veteran players don't have to be on that team plane. Some can arrive out there when they want, as long as they show up on reporting day. So
which is tomorrow.
Yeah. So, there are a lot of big name guys, I'm going to assume, that weren't on that plane. And it's tomorrow on day one when they have to check in. Does he check in? I don't know if Zach is normally one that's on the team plane or one that normally arrives on his own.
Well, we never had to worry about it.
But yeah, because we've never paid attention. Is Zach on the plane? No, yeah, who cares? Because Zach has missed 8 games in his entire career because of injury.
Reliable is always there. You don't ever have to worry about him, which is why this makes this weird. And I don't care who else you've got to sign. It doesn't matter. All of a sudden, Zach Martin's at the front of the list. Get this guy done so you don't have to worry about it.
100% agree. I mean, there are certain guys out there that you say, all right, your rules are, you're the exception to the rule, right? You are the exception to the rule when your contract is that out of whack with what's going on. And at his age, he's doing the right thing. He's got to make the most of it. Lloyd on our YouTube page says, what's up at work listening? Thanks, Pledge, for taking it down. Incognito. Well, Pledge took it away as I was reading it.
Well, some of us read a little faster than others.
Wow. I mean.
Although Friday, you weren't here. I had to have him put them back up too. I'm about halfway through and it went boom.
I'm just curious, what does listening at work incognito mean?
Well, she's not supposed to be listening at work, but listening at work, doing it where nobody knows she's listening at work.
So, in other words, he's like on a conference call with the headphones on, nodding like you're paying attention to whatever.
I would think so.
I got you.
Yeah, your Zoom screen up there.
What Reinagel is doing right now.
Exactly right.
You can always be a part of the show. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776 on Twitter, at Joe Reinagel 210. Tweet at me at Jason Minix. The station is at SA Sports Star on both Twitter and Threads. Are we still calling it Twitter? Because I know Elon decided to go with the X now for the logo. The bird is dead. So we're just all Des Bryant, throw up the X now.
So I'm not going to say that. X me. I'm going to X you. I put it on X.
Well, the logo's no longer a bird. Well, he's changed it to an X.
Well, what does Twitter have to do with a bird?
It's the name and it's the logo they chose years ago. But I have no idea what it has to do with a bird.
A tweet.
To
right?
me, I always thought it was that fake Nashville,
Uh-huh.
right? You know, a lot of you go there and you see their logo, and it looks like Twitter stole that from them years ago.
No question. Look, I just call it Twitter. I don't care what bird or X or
Right.
dinosaur.
Twitter,
It doesn't matter.
You can reach out on all the socials. You know how to do that.
Except Thread. I'll be honest with you, dude. I don't look at it. Am I supposed to start doing that now?
I mean, I haven't threaded in a while. I was gung ho for about 24 hours.
I don't know how to thread.
Or are you? Well, it's just like tweeting.
Oh,
I don't think about. It's not on the first page of my apps yet, so I'm not there yet to scroll over and get it. So in Phoenix, I know there's been a lot of talk about a new entertainment district,
right here in San Antonio.
Yes, about arenas. I saw the Express News had several different articles over the weekend. Their editorial board had a column, the different columnists, good, bad, and indifferent when it comes to an entertainment district. And because it is very top of mind, I guess I was more mindful while I was in Phoenix. So the pavilion that we were at is probably about 10 minutes away from near where the Cardinals play, and there's where the Phoenix Coyotes used to play. They're not there anymore, but there was a concert at that venue, but it's an old hockey arena where the Coyotes play. So in Phoenix, they actually have two stadium districts, and they've got two different entertainment districts around both. Downtown Phoenix, where the Suns play, and where the Diamondbacks play, there's all kinds of stuff there. It's called Westgate in Glendale. And so we met up with some friends to go to the Disturbed show, but we met at Westgate. And I've been to Westgate before, but it's been, I don't know, 2 years. Just seeing what they have added out there. The number of bars, some of them that are, everywhere, like from a Bar Louie to there was a Buffalo Wild Wings in there. They just added a chicken and pickle out there, a big old movie theater. They got all kinds of stuff out there. And so we met there. It was before a concert, so they're not the one we were going to, but a different one. But there was just traffic.
Yeah.
Every restaurant and bar was full. It was lively. It was fun. And all I was sitting there was looking around going, this is what we're talking about in San Antonio.
Yeah.
This is what we need. And they seem to have these everywhere but in San Antonio.
Oh, and they should. The only thing about Phoenix that I never liked, now I've never been down to Westgate, but when you go to, what are they calling the Suns Arena now? I have no idea.
Think it's
whatever it is.
Walking stick,
something like
I
that.
Don't know.
They've got stuff around there. And before a basketball game, it's packed.
Yes.
But as soon as the game's over, people get the hell out of there. Nobody parties in downtown Phoenix after a Suns game.
We went to a Suns game this basketball season, when we were out there in February. We took the light rail down.
Yeah.
And pregame down there, and then we stayed in postgamed, if you will, mainly in the FanDuel casino thing that they had there. But I do think, though, downtown, when you're looking for stuff to do in Phoenix, that is an option. But Phoenix has several different areas of districts that are like that, depending on where you are. Like Glendale, that's like driving out to New Braunfels.
Well, sure.
You've got to have a reason to go out there.
Exactly.
But they've added all those, but they're around the arenas. And imagine all those people that would go somewhere else, go to the concert and get out, which is what we do here. It's just when you're traveling around now and you're in one of those entertainment districts, you really do look at it and say, this is something that San Antonio needs, or something like this. Because
I
there
totally
was
agree.
everything out there.
Because the difference is nobody wants to stay in downtown Phoenix. Downtown
Phoenix is dull.
It really does. Downtown San Antonio, on the other hand, is worth staying.
Well, because you have the Riverwalk and other things that you could do.
But if you added an entertainment district like we're talking about, now I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see if they do that. Will the folks on the Riverwalk complain about it? Would that take away from them if there is then a big entertainment district? I don't know.
I would imagine there might be a little resistance from those that are there, but they're still going to be busy. There are people that are that come to San Antonio just for the Riverwalk, right?
Right.
From the games and stuff, it just looks so many options, right? That's just kind of how it works. So I could see that.
Is Joshua him related to you or what?
He is not.
Was he your agent?
I mean, if he was related to me, he would spell my name right. But I won't.
Is he your agent or what? Because that last line that he puts on our YouTube channel, Minix might be the hardest working man at radio. Is that a joke?
The guy is very smart. He knows how it is.
Jeez, Joshua.
I mean, Pledger wants to claim to be, but. If you guys only knew how hard I work.
Oh, I know.
I mean, if you
I've seen it in action.
Knew.
Oh my!
I mean, you saw how hard I worked, and you were like, "The hell with TV! I want to go work with Minix."
Exactly. That is exactly right. Holy cow!
Yep,
Joshua. That's got to be your agent or somebody.
He might be.
Yeah, he's setting up, for a Zach Martin deal.
Absolutely. Although, dude, spell my name right. Minnix. It's written right there on the screen.
It's funny though how people, misspell names and then they can't say them right either. Pledge and I found this on Friday. Listen.
Victor Wabamama.
Who was that? Who was that?
Victor Wabamama.
We found a podcast from Miami. Who was it? Tim
Hardaway Jr.
Yeah, Tim Hardaway Jr. was disparaging Wemby.
Victor Wabamama.
This is the host of said podcast. So
as a guy that sometimes struggles with names.
Victor Wabamama.
The professional way to do that is just say Wemby.
Wemby.
So you don't become a drop on a radio station.
And you think that he was doing that. He wasn't. I mean, he did not know how to say Wemby's name.
Victor Wabamama.
Well, he's a podcaster, right? So, no, I'm kidding. But not.
Yeah, no.
So you get like a pronunciation guide.
Right.
You write it down in front of you and you practice it.
Yes.
Do you think this guy did any prep for that?
No.
Or he just said
Victor Wabamama?
Because all of this stuff.
Or do you think he's trying to be funny?
Oh no, I don't think so.
Because that actually to me sounds like he's
Victor Wabamama.
Yeah, because he's adding in the mamba.
Well, they're a bunch of cheese balls from Miami.
Well,
trying to be funny, and so that's what it was. But
Victor Wabamama.
It has become.
Now you're going to put that in my ear, and now when I try to say Wembenyama, I'm going to go
Victor Wabamama.
Yeah. By the way, they have his shirts for sale already in the airport.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. I was going to get one until I saw the airport price tag on it and said,
right.
No.
Probably go to Academy and get one.
Academy, Fanatic, something.
Yeah, somewhere, right?
But I was going to take one to my kid in Phoenix. Like, oh, look, we'll get her a shirt. Yeah. Yeah.
Victor Wabamama.
I'm not paying $55 for a T-shirt.
No. $55.
Well, I mean, when you add in all the letters to his name, that drives the price up.
Don't they got like a Spurs fan shop in there now, don't they, or something like that?
No, it was just at the
just
regular.
A regular.
Yeah. Yeah. When I got off the air, and then had 8 minutes to get to the airport to catch my flight, because I'm such a team player and
the hardest working man in radio.
The hardest working guy.
Absolutely.
In radio.
Wow.
Yeah. Cowboys off to Oxnard, California. The plane is in the air as we speak. Zach Martin is not on it.
Nope.
We're talking about it as we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's $1,400 to trading camp. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses.
Hit it.
Beginning Monday, the guys are on the road again. This time, San Antonio Sports Star travels to Cowboys training camp in Oxnard, California.
Deep down the right side. Oh, it's caught.
With the full support of AA Best Bail Bonds, providing complete backup for any of those things that happen while on the road. Nobody provides better coverage of training camp than 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Left side of the end zone. Touchdown.
We'll hear from the players, coaches, be right in the middle of the media frenzy, and of course, hear from owner Jerry Jones.
We get to suck on that all week.
It's Cowboys Training Camp, live from Oxnard, California. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, Texas Cheer Liquor, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, and sasportstar.com.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit revivemenshealth.com.
Life moves fast. No one has time for a car, truck wreck, or commercial vehicle accident. At Davis Law Firm, we get it. When you call the force, you don't have to worry about insulting offers from insurance adjusters, property damage, or car rental. We recently settled a wrongful death case in a commercial vehicle accident for $5 million. Net to clients was $2.8 million. I'm Jeff Davis. If you were in a car, truck wreck, or hit by a commercial vehicle, call me at 444-4444. You got it. There's only one number to remember. 4. Attorney consultation by appointment only. Davis Law Firm, San Antonio. Davis Law Firm is a proud official partner, personal injury attorney of the San Antonio Spurs.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagel here. I want to take a moment to talk to you about advertising on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Yeah, we get this question quite a bit. Here's what you have to do. Contact Morgan Harrison via email. It's morgan.harrison@alphamediausa.com. From there, she's going to have one of our folks connect with you on how you can advertise right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Or since Alpha Media is a full-service advertising company, online, other radio stations, and even television, since that's just about all through the internet. Happy connecting.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
At Twin Peaks, we know our tequila. Life's too short to not celebrate National Tequila Day with top shelf spirits. Come into Twin Peaks and order a shot of your favorite tequila dressed and chilled, or treat yourself and try something new. Twin Peaks, eats, drinks, and scenic views.
Don't give in to that constant joint pain. Take control. Take back your quality of life today with help from QC Kinetics. Hey, it's James Pledger with 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, and QC Kinetics is helping people every day here and across the country with their amazing non-surgical treatments that repair and restore damaged joint tissue. They use the latest advances in regenerative medicine, taking your own body's healing agents and concentrating them right in the area where you have agonizing pain. This incredible non-invasive approach helps you take control of your body, relieving the pain in your knees, hips, shoulders, and back. No invasive surgery, no harmful drugs or steroids, and best of all, no downtime. Listen, summertime needs to be about having fun, making memories, whether it's golfing, hiking, skiing, enjoying the outdoors. Take control now and start living life pain-free again. Call now for your free consultation with QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. 210-571-0318. That's 210-571-0318. 210-571-0318. Locations in Hollywood Park, Westover Hills, and New Braunfels.
Before you fire up that grill, get into Tri-County Meat Market, because a great meal always starts with great meat. Tri-County Meat Market is locally owned and they're full service, believe me, and they've got everything you need to up your grilling game. And now they're featuring MTX beef. Beef raised, fed, and harvested right here in beautiful Central South Texas in our beautiful Texas Hill Country. Tri-County has what you need with quality you expect, and you can always take advantage of the 5 for $25. Head over to Tri-County today, and I know you're going to be thanking me later.
Texas, the Mega Millions jackpot is over $700 million, and you can now buy official Texas lottery tickets right from your phone with jackpot.com. Go to jackpot.com, choose your lottery game, pick your lucky numbers, and get your winnings instantly. Plus, get a free ticket with your first play. Get in on the action. Go to jackpot.com and buy lottery tickets on your phone. Go to jackpot.com. That's jackpot.com. Jackpot.com. Paid for by jackpot.com. You must be 18 or older to order a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Tuesday on R&R in the morning. That second R returns. That's right. Rudy is back in the saddle. Is Zach Martin under contract yet? Jerry, write the check. Better for this.
Bring that ass back like a boom, 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 boom.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. Don't get too excited yet over seeing that Zach Martin wasn't on the team plane heading out to Cowboys camp.
Well, look, it's kind of interesting, and it is a little worrisome. I won't lie to you, because even though he's not required to be on the team plane, doesn't have to report until tomorrow, I get all that, but the fact that he has threatened to not be at camp or certainly not do anything until he gets a new contract is worrisome, especially when it comes to Zach Martin.
You know, it's interesting as we get ready for our AA Best Bail Bonds Dallas Cowboys training camp coverage. A week from today, we'll be in Oxnard. The offseason was great for the Cowboys. The drama was not there until Zach Martin, reportedly might hold out. I mean, outside of that, the only drama was some people that live near the complex that are mad that Jerry built a hospitality tent that blocks their view.
I don't blame him. If I was a member of the Washington Commanders or the Giants or the Eagles, I would have rented that out. I'd have paid $1 bazillion to whoever owns it and rented it out because they have a balcony right there. You can see right over the practice field.
Yeah, but, hospitality tent.
Well, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Outside of that, there wasn't a lot of drama.
No.
But it's funny as we get closer to camp, the storylines that are being manufactured, right? Because none of us really know how different is this offense going to be now that Mike McCarthy is the play caller and Kellen Moore is no longer the offensive coordinator. How different is it going to be with the offense? Should Dak throw the ball less? Ryan Clark on ESPN this morning seemed, a little confused and maybe upset that we want to limit Dak Prescott.
That makes no sense to me. It makes no sense that a quarterback that was continually progressing before last year, now all of a sudden we have to win in spite of. That's what that sounds like to me, that we don't want Dak Prescott with the football in his hand when time or when it matters the most. And that's not what we've seen from this quarterback. We've watched Dak Prescott protect the football throughout his entire career. Yes, last year was an anomaly. Last year wasn't good football at times, but when you have a defense that's going to turn the football over at an elite level next year with what they can do rushing the passer and who they are on the back end, a running game with Tony Pollard that can be absolutely explosive, you don't go out with Michael Gallup, CeeDee Lamb, and now adding the speedy Brandon Cooks and say, we're never going to throw. We're just going to be 3 yards and a cloud of dust.
I don't know that anybody ever said that. I mean, I think that's a little bit of an exaggeration. I know Mike McCarthy says he wants to run the football more, keep the defense off the field, keep them fresh. Nobody said they were just exclusively or that they didn't want Dak to throw the football. I'm not sure where he's getting that.
I think it's, we want to run the ball more is, all right, we're not going to throw the ball. I mean, they are. I mean, look at their receiving core.
Yeah.
They're going to, and after they pay – Mr. Martin a lot of money to protect Dak Prescott, he's going to have more time. But I think you look at the interceptions last year, and, if he does that again, what are the Cowboys going to do? The chances of Dak having a year like that with the turnovers and some of the interceptions that he had, that's not been his career MO. Was it just an off year last year? Can he fix that? If he does that, the Cowboys should be in pretty good shape. Although USA Today has their predictions for every team's record and who they think is going to win the Super Bowl. And for the Dallas Cowboys, they do have them as a playoff team, but not the NFC East champs. They've got the Cowboys going 9-8.
9-8.
9-8. Their schedule is nearly as brutal as Philadelphia's.
Nearly.
But they got the Eagles going 12-5. Micah Parsons says he's bulking up. The presumption being he could spend even more time deployed as a pass rusher. Takes me back to Von Miller when he did that and had his worst season as a pro. But perhaps the most concerning is the assertion from head coach Mike McCarthy that Dallas's new offensive play caller wants to run the damn ball too much.
I just don't understand where that's coming from. He said he wants to run the ball more. I don't know where everybody's getting this, that we're just going to run the football. That's all we're going to. No, because the NFL is not that anymore. It's not a running league, not to mention the fact that, yes, you've got Tony Pollard, but after that, Malik Davis, here we go. You're going to get your opportunity. They're not running the football.
Well,
an overabundance of times.
I want to run the damn ball is what McCarthy said. But no Zeke. I don't know. So, I mean, USA Today makes their prediction that the Cowboys are going to be 9-8 because they don't have Zeke and they want to run the ball more. And Micah Parsons is bulking up to become a pass rusher. Road games against San Francisco, Buffalo in December, and Miami.
Now that's tough.
Yeah, sure.
Those are 3 tough games.
Sure, but this group is talented enough for a third straight playoff trip under McCarthy, but hardly looks primed to reach its first NFC title game or Super Bowl since the '95 season.
And we agree with that. I mean, everybody says that, right? It's the NFC is wide open. Got a great opportunity. We'll see what happens. Look, the NFL season is such a journey.
Yes.
You just don't know. Things happen. There's bumps in the road. There's, things you're not planning for. I'm not going to say the I word because I don't want to jinx anybody.
What's the I word?
I'm not saying it.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
When guys don't play because something happens on the field and they can't play. I'm not saying the I word. Not going to say it.
Because we just need to get through training camp and preseason healthy on opening week.
There's already some injuries in training camp.
Stay off jet skis right before training camp, apparently.
That's a problem, too.
Yeah, we'll get into that a little bit later. I just find it interesting that this year, this offseason, you go from Cowboys being a legit Super Bowl team to where USA Today rolls in and says, well, they want to run the ball more. Yeah, they're a playoff team, but one and done. I mean, now granted, if he would have wrote, they're a playoff team, but one and done until they can prove they can win a couple of playoff games.
There you go.
Then, all right, I'll go with there. But these reasons make me wonder how much this dude actually watches football.
I don't think he does. And I think it's a nice article that we're talking about. Probably other, sports talk radio shows are talking about. But look, all of these things are just content. Filling time until the real thing gets going.
9-8. I did think it was a little early to come out with predictions.
Now, 9-8's not completely off. Do you honestly expect another 12-5 season?
I mean, look, 9-8, 10-7,
sure,
11-6. I think they're a 10-11 win team.
Okay,
it's the Dallas Cowboys. They're always going to win a game that none of us think they are going to win. And they're going to lose a game that they have no business losing.
Green Bay Packers last year.
Exactly. Exactly. You're a Titans fan.
I am.
You were an Oilers fan.
Grew up an Oilers fan.
That converted to being a Titans fan when they moved.
It was the same guys that moved. So I'm cheering for these guys in Houston.
Yeah.
They moved to Tennessee. It's still the same guys. They didn't change guys. So once all those guys left, it's nice.
But it's still your team.
Well, okay.
Well, the Titans over the weekend dropped their throwback uniforms.
Love them.
Well, I mean, they're great looking uniforms.
Love them.
But they shouldn't be worn in Tennessee. We'll get into that. And what do you guys think of the Titans wearing the Oilers throwbacks? 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Your calls as we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's R&R in the morning.
Tuesday on R&R in the morning. Zach Martin's contract better be done. We're also talking NBA. Has Dame landed anywhere? And has Wemby put on any weight? We'll tell you whether he needs to put it on or not. It is training camp time, and the NFL is busy. So are we. The party starts at 6.
It's your wake-up call. R&R in the morning, 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Texas, the Mega Millions jackpot is over $800 million. Buy official Texas lottery tickets right from your phone at jackpot.com. Get a free ticket with your first play. Go to jackpot.com. Jackpot.com. Paid for by jackpot.com. You must be 18 or older to order a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
At Simply Safe, your safety is the only thing that matters. Introducing 24/7 lifeguard protection, only from Simply Safe Home Security. Now, monitoring agents can see and speak to intruders through our new indoor camera to help stop crime in real time and for fast police response. Get 20% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplysafe.com/radio. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Do you have heart failure and often hear,
"Those stomach issues ruined your birthday"?
You're too tired to play catch, Grandpa.
Sweetie, you haven't touched your tools since the carpal tunnel syndrome diagnosis.
If these seemingly unrelated symptoms sound familiar, talk to your cardiologist and ask about transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy, or ATTR-CM, a rare and underdiagnosed disease that gets worse over time. Learn more at connecttoyourheart.com. That's connecttoyourheart.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
MVP's bonus days are back at Lowe's. Find special savings on top brands like DeWalt. Right now, save $60 when you buy a DeWalt impact driver or drill for just $99 each. Plus, MVP's Pro Rewards members will earn 3 times the bonus points when shopping the Pro Zone. Shop in-store and online today. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. DeWalt offer valid 7/17 through 8/2. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts, if any. Valid through 7/28. Subject to change.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to 4hims.com/joy. That's FORHIMS.com/JOY.
This is Protection. Yep, Protection. The everyday skin protection ritual that protects your skin from mosquitoes. Pre-barbecue. Pre-playground. Pre-everything. Pre-every day. Prevention is the best protection. This summer, make sure you have OFF, the #1 dermatologist recommended repellent brand. SC Johnson, a family company.
The $5 cravings box is back at Taco Bell, and it's the real thing. We're talking a chalupa supreme, a cheesy, beefy 5-layer burrito, a crunchy taco, cinnamon twist, and a medium drink, all for just $5. That's a lot of food for not a lot of dollars. In other words, a wise business deal, like greeting clients with a firm handshake and a delicious 3-course meal. That's only $5. Order your $5 cravings box on the Taco Bell app today. At limited participating U.S. Taco Bell locations for a limited time only while supplies last. Contact local store for price and participation which vary. Drinks exclude freezes. Price excludes tax.
You don't plan for a computer virus. You don't plan to lose files. You don't plan to knock your laptop off the counter. And you don't plan for your PC to crash or your screen to freeze. But Staples has a plan. A plan for unlimited virus protection. A plan for help when you need it 24/7. Staples Total Support Plans are your tech plans for the unplanned, starting as low as $199.99. And although you didn't plan for this, right now at Staples, you can also get $250 off select computers. N729 in-store only. See associate for details.
Shop end-of-season deals during the truckload event at Lowe's. Right now, save on major appliances and get an additional 10% off in-store clearance appliances. Plus, take up to 50% off select patio furniture and accessories, and save on select grills and outdoor power equipment. Great deals are happening now, in-store and online. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. About through 7/26. Exclusions apply. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for details.
Joe Reinagel, Jason Minix, The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is The Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Reinagel, either the best or the worst to ask this question to, because you were an Oiler fan that became a Titans fan.
Yes.
Because, man, I'm not a fan of the Tennessee Titans wearing the Houston Oilers throwbacks.
Why?
Because they want nothing to do with Houston's history.
Well, obviously they do.
Well,
they're having
ever since they moved, and I realized the whole Bun Adams and all the middle fingers, all everything that goes on to it. I'm with you.
Yeah, Houston said leave, go.
Yeah, and again, but in Tennessee they try not to, for the most part, claim the Oilers. Titans fan bases, those in Nashville, those in Tennessee, you know, they were just happy to get a team. But when I see the Tennessee Titans with the tweet from 18 hours ago, "Love you blue," and the old Oilers highlights, it just feels icky. It just doesn't sit right. Now, I will say this. I don't think the Houston Texans should wear the Oilers throwbacks either.
No, they shouldn't. The Houston Texans have absolutely nothing to do with the Houston Oilers. The history, it doesn't even line up.
But let me ask you this, though. Are throwback uniforms more for the fans?
Yes.
Or for the team?
Well, for the fans.
Then why in the hell would the Titans do this? Because those in Tennessee don't care about the Oiler Derrick. It means nothing to them other than I get a new shirt. And I wonder how many new shirts they are actually going to sell in Nashville.
Well, it doesn't matter. You know where they'll sell them? Because I have one. I have a Vince Young throwback Oilers jersey.
Yeah.
So there's still a lot of people that did the same thing I did. I'm not the only one. A lot of people did that. The city of Houston basically kicked the Oilers out and, just said, don't come back. And that's it.
But those that are from Houston and fans of the old Oilers, they weren't happy with Bud Adams either, but love the team, hate the owner. Kind of like Washington fans with little Danny Snyder.
A lot of Cowboy fans don't like Jerry Jones.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, what does that have to do with anything? What would the biggest travesty of that whole thing was Bud Adams wanted a new stadium. So you kick Bud Adams out, and then you bring in a new team, and guess what you do? You build him a new stadium.
Yeah, because that's what you do.
Well, it was the mayor at that time. He hated Bud Adams, and he was not going to give Bud Adams anything.
I'm just, man, those uniforms look so good.
They're awesome.
They just shouldn't be in Tennessee.
Well, where are they going to be?
I don't know.
They should be in Tennessee.
I don't know. I mean, if you're a Texans fan, would you want to see the Texans wear Houston Oilers gear at some point? Because it's city of Houston. It's so like when the Oilers moved, they took their history with them to Nashville.
That's exactly right.
Like when the Seattle Sonics left for Oklahoma City, the Sonics name and their history stayed with Seattle. So if Seattle was to get another NBA team, they would have that option.
Right.
In this case, I'm thinking, well, that Derek never sees a throwback uniform because it doesn't make sense for Tennessee. And quite honestly, it doesn't make sense for the Texans either. But if you're doing it for the fans, I think Texans fans would much rather see them wearing the Oilers gear than Titans fans would rather see them wear the.
Why didn't they do what Seattle did? Just leave the name there. They could have been the Houston Oilers. They could have been. They could have exactly have been the Houston Oilers.
Lawyers decided all that.
Yeah, whatever.
210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Ryan, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man?
Yeah, I love the jerseys, and honestly, Tennessee should not wear those uniforms.
Why?
Houston should have just kept the uniforms, and I would like to see Houston wear them in honor of the Houston Oilers.
No, what I would like to see is when the Titans go to Houston to play the Texans, that they wear those throwback uniforms then.
Yeah, that would be.
That's what would be fantastic.
You talk about, walking out double birds to everybody.
I love that. That would be the thing to do.
And then you wouldn't know if fans are rooting for who, because you would have Texans fans wearing Oilers gear. Our station account, because apparently James didn't want to use his personal account, said because Bud Adams is a horse's patoot.
No argument there.
Well, no, I just wanted to use the word patoot on the radio.
Well,
I think that might actually be a first.
Yes. Well, I mean, that's good. And
horse's patoot.
Horse's patoot. Well, and he was. He was.
Yeah.
But so was the mayor of Houston at that time.
Yep.
I mean, they were both that way. They were fighting. There were two grown men fighting over a new football stadium. And the mayor at that time, the city of Houston, was not going to let Bud Adams have an NFL stadium. It was the last thing he wanted to do. So Bud said, all right, Nashville wants us. We'll go there.
I just look at those uniforms and thinking Titans, and they're great looking uniforms.
They're fantastic.
But it just doesn't feel right seeing them in Tennessee and then them throwing out a highlight video that's all Houston Oilers throwbacks. Like, is there anybody that wears 34 for the Tennessee Titans?
No.
Because that guy needs a new number if he does.
I don't think so. I can't recall it.
Well, are the retired numbers from the Oilers also retired in Tennessee?
That's a great question, Jason. I don't know.
You're the Titan fan.
I'm not.
You're not?
Well, I am.
Well, wait, are you?
I'm a fan of the Houston Oilers. All right.
I don't know that you know who you're a fan of.
Well, look, I don't deal with the Titans every day. I keep up with them somewhat.
If that's your team, you should know this stuff.
Look,
you say you're a Titans fan.
I'm a St. Louis Cardinal fan. I follow everything they do.
Are we still talking baseball? That Kyler Murray types.
There's a no. That's a no. No. Baseball, Cardinals. I followed them because it was the same guys. All the same guys went to Tennessee.
Yeah.
Right? So you kind of, all right, you're a Titans fan. Okay. I didn't want them to leave Houston.
Joe Reinagle.
I was mad that they got kicked out of Houston.
Uh-huh. Oh, I get you.
And that's why I don't like the Texans. Now, we have to talk about them on this radio station.
Do we?
But not necessarily.
Okay, good.
But, every time these Texan fans just poo-poo the Oilers. And I don't understand it. I don't get it. If you're a Houston sports fan, you had to like the Oilers. You had to be sad to see them leave, although a lot of them aren't. A lot of Texan fans are happy they left. So that pisses me off.
It's all Bud Adams. So are you?
Well, and the mayor of Houston at that time.
Yeah, at the time. I mean, so many years ago,
right?
The stuff that was going down.
Saw my first NFL game in the Astrodome. Oilers played the Chicago Bears, the 1985 version.
Wow.
That won the championship.
Absolutely.
Oilers played them a hell of a game. Bears won that game 20-6. It was fantastic.
I remember seeing the Cowboys play the Bears that year up in Dallas, and I think Cowboys lost 44-3.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah.
So that was my first NFL football game.
1985.
In the Astrodome.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Did you do the Super Bowl shuffle?
No. Not as an Oiler fan, you didn't. But it was really cool seeing Jim McMahon and all those guys. I mean, it was great.
So what do you guys think? Titans wearing those uniforms?
I think it's fantastic, and I love it. And it looks like Tennessee, Nashville is starting to embrace the history of their football team, and they should.
How long have they been there?
Doesn't matter how long they've been. Sometimes it takes a while. It takes a minute.
I got you.
And so if they'll educate the folks there in Nashville about the history of their football team, they'll buy right in. I mean, everybody's seen Earl Campbell run.
Buy right in. They've been there for over 20 years.
Yeah, well, they're already getting a new stadium in Nashville, for
they
goodness
are,
sake.
which means a Super Bowl coming soon to Nashville.
Unbelievable.
It's the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. Boy, I tell you what, there's a reason you don't have fantasy drafts this early. Injuries happen. Whether you're at practice, walking around non-contact, we've already had that today, or you're not even showing up yet for camp and your season is over because of a jet ski accident. We'll dive into that as we continue here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star.
It's $1,400 to training camp. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Beginning Monday, the guys are on the road again. This time, San Antonio Sports Star travels to Cowboys training camp in Oxnard, California.
Deep down the right side. Oh, it's caught.
With the full support of AA Best Bail Bonds, providing complete backup for any of those things that happen while on the road. Nobody provides better coverage of training camp than 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Left side of the end zone. Touchdown.
We'll hear from the players, coaches, be right in the middle of the media frenzy, and of course, hear from owner Jerry Jones.
We get to suck on that all week.
It's Cowboys training camp, live from Oxnard, California. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, Texas Cheer Liquor, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, and sasportstar.com.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here. I want to take a moment to talk to you about advertising on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Yeah, we get this question quite a bit. Here's what you have to do. Contact Morgan Harrison via email. It's morgan.harrison@alphamediausa.com. From there, she's going to have one of our folks connect with you on how you can advertise right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Or since Alpha Media is a full-service advertising company, online, other radio stations, and even television, since that's just about all through the internet. Happy connecting.
Get ready, MMA fight fans. Coming live Friday, August 4th to the Boeing Center at Techport. It's the Professional Fighters League. The PFL playoffs are here. Bubba Badman Jenkins battles the hard-hitting Jesus Pinedo in the main event. The loser goes home. The winner moves on to fight for $1 million. Tickets at PFLMMA.com. Be there August 4th, the Boeing Center at Techport. The PFL playoffs are here.
Investments is different than other money managers.
Different how? Aren't we all just looking for the hottest stocks?
Nope. We use diversified strategies to position our clients' portfolios for their long-term goals.
You don't just provide cookie-cutter portfolios?
No, we tailor our clients' portfolios to their goals and needs.
But you still sell investments that generate high commissions for you, right?
No, we don't sell commission-based products. We're a fiduciary, the highest standard of care for a financial advisor. It means we're obligated to act in our client's best interest.
So when do you make more money? Only when your clients make more money?
Yep, we have one transparent management fee structured, so we do better when our clients do better.
Sounds like you really look out for your clients.
We do, because our priority is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement. That might be why most of our clients come from other money managers. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments. Clearly, different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
Nigel, I'm going on vacation. Don't touch anything.
I won't let you down. Enjoy your time off, J-Dog.
Folks, it's good to take time off, but your home's plumbing and air conditioning, well, when they decide to take a surprise vacation or start working overtime, that's a problem. Call Quarter Moon and we'll get things back on track, working right and at a fair price. Call Quarter Moon 651-5899.
Okay, team, I've supercharged the coffee machine. It's extra hot and dispenses 10 times faster. Allow me to push the button. Quick! Call the plumber!
6004, DACLA 000743458.
Not all pizza places are the same. Mellow Mushroom originated hand-tossed, stone-baked classic Southern pizza. Not in the mood for pizza? Order a calzone, hoagie, sandwich, burger, or a mellow salad and see how care goes into every item on the menu. Take your pick from 24 draft beers and or handcrafted cocktails. And many of the pizzas can be made gluten-free or vegan. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Listen up, Texas. The Mega Millions jackpot is over $700 million, and you can now buy official state lottery games right from your phone with jackpot.com. Get in on the action right now and buy official Powerball, Mega Millions, and Lotto Texas tickets with jackpot.com. Just choose your favorite lottery game, pick your lucky numbers, and get your winnings instantly. Plus, right now, get a free lottery ticket with your first play.
I love playing the lottery, and jackpot.com makes it so easy because you can buy all your tickets right from your phone.
Jackpot.com notifies me right away if I win. It's safe and secure, and I never have to worry about losing my lottery tickets again.
This is the greatest thing ever. I can buy tickets right on my phone for Powerball, Lotto Texas, and other lottery games while I'm sitting on my couch at home.
Don't wait. Go to jackpot.com and buy lottery tickets on your phone. Plus, right now, get a free lottery ticket with your first play. Go to jackpot.com. That's jackpot.com. Jackpot.com. Paid for by jackpot.com. You must be 18 or older to order a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's patio season, so get over to the Roo Pub at 281 and Redland Road to enjoy the great South Texas weather. As always, ice cold beer and specialty drinks, happy hour weekdays from 11 to 6, and the kitchen is open late until 2 a.m. every day. Add the Roo Pub into your lunch rotation with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. You know there is no better place to watch a game, and they always have all the fights. The Roo Pub next to the Angry Elephant, 281 and Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Hormones can affect everything. Bad skin, bad hair, low energy, poor sleep, brain fogginess, libido, and weight gain. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, and we take a functional approach to your hormone problems. Eating right and exercise will not be beneficial without optimal hormone function. This goes for men and women. We do state-of-the-art testing to get to the root of your hormone issues and help you get well and stay well. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health. We can help. 210-468-1891.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star welcomes the future.
And so when someone says bulk up,
why? What for? You should tell others to skinny up.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Ryan-Egel. I'm Jason Minix on a Monday afternoon. If you did some grilling over the weekend, I know you took photos of that great meat. Upload those meat pictures to sasportstar.com, the Grilling with the Blitz page, because on Thursday, we'll judge it and give away a $50 gift card to Tri-County Meat Market's Huebner Road location.
Absolutely. Love judging meat. We're even going to do that when we're in Oxnard. We'll judge meat.
Oh, yeah. We will.
Of course.
Absolutely, we will. You know, this time of year, every coach, just stay healthy. Right?
That's it.
So I can only imagine what it was like in Buffalo when dude had to call this coach and say, man, I hurt myself.
Wow.
Well, what happened? Well, I was on a jet ski. What? I was just on the jet ski. I wasn't moving anywhere. And some dude crashed into me, and now I'm out for the year. Naheem Hines done for the year.
Wow.
Because of a jet ski accident in which he was just sitting on a jet ski.
Well, I mean, it's not his fault. You can't tell guys not to go jet skiing in the offseason if they want to do that. Well, especially if you play in Buffalo. You want to get all the sun you can get. So I don't blame him for that. The problem is now, what do the Bills do? Now, look, when he was traded to Buffalo last year, I thought, well, this is going to be great. So I added him to my fantasy football team. Didn't do anything.
Keeper league. Hope you keep him.
Well, he didn't do anything. I mean, they turned him into a kick returner. That's it. Very, very seldom did he play in the backfield.
A jet ski ran into him while he was sitting on his.
That's it.
And surgery, it's a knee injury, is going to have surgery. He's done for the season.
I feel bad for him.
I feel bad for the dude that took him out. I mean, I feel
well,
bad
if he's
for
a
both
Bills
of them.
fan.
Well, I mean, or what if it's one of his guys, right?
Maybe it's
friends. Maybe just some random.
Some Jets fan.
See? Oh.
Conspiracy theories here.
Ryan goes straight to the black helicopters.
Right. Could be a Jets fan.
There's Hines. Take him out.
Was he in Miami?
I don't know.
Maybe it was a Dolphins fan.
I mean, all of it's possible. They're working out running backs in Buffalo, obviously.
Yes.
So they go to the running back store and they find Darrington Evans, Kylin Hill. Is that how you say it? Kylin? Kylan? Kylan? All right, Kylin Hill sounds better. And Abraham Smith. Or Abraham Smith.
That'll strike fear into everybody.
Yeah, those are the three that came in for workouts today.
Wow.
Now, you still have a Dalvin Cook available. You still have a Zeke available.
Yeah.
But in reality, I mean, and that's why I'm like, what are the Cowboys doing at running back? Because I still don't know that their backup to Tony Pollard is actually on the roster yet.
Well, those three guys that worked out for Buffalo today just might be working out for the Cowboys next.
I mean, yeah, two of the three, maybe. I don't know. It's just bizarre that your first call isn't Dalvin Cook. Now, I mean, his money is going to be so much higher.
That's what I mean. But if you're Buffalo and you've got a team like that, Cowboys, I understand why there's no Dalvin Cook because you've got your main guy.
Yeah.
If you're a team like Buffalo, though, you've already gone all in with a Von Miller. Now, I don't know how much money they have, but why not just add to that, put a cherry on top, and call Dalvin Cook?
Well, I mean, but like you said, I mean, it's not like Hines was the bell cow guy, right?
No.
There's other backs there in Buffalo, so you know, it really seems like more depth chart kind of issues because I know they still have Singletary, right? He left.
No, he left for Houston.
That's right. He's in Houston. They got James Cook, Damian Harris,
Latavius Murray.
They got Latavius Murray.
They do.
Huh. All right.
But again, any of those guys are replaceable. If you brought in a Dalvin Cook, you tell me Dalvin Cook
he would be the number one guy.
Of course he would be. And you combine him with a Murray, you got a 1-2 punch. But since nobody gives a damn about running backs anymore, I guess we're not doing that.
Nobody does. I mean, they could just go up in the crowd, find the guy who's busted the most tables and say, you're our goal line guy.
Absolutely.
Right? Hit that hole like it's a table.
Take your shirt off and just go to it. Provide him with all the beer he wants in the locker room.
You've only jumped off a van. This guy's jumped off an RV.
Yeah.
You get the gig.
He gets it.
Absolutely. You talk about the running back situation and how bad it is. The Zoom call that running backs had over the weekend. Brian Urlacher is a player agent with Generation Sports Group. He's going to join us at 3:30 to discuss, if you're a running back, what do you do? If you're an agent, what do you tell your clients at this point? Because it almost seems like we're going to have a group walkout of some sort.
Could take that.
Although you're not making a lot of money, you want to make none? That might be your option.
$10 million is a lot of money.
It is
to leave on the table.
Well, for those guys, but what about the other ones?
Well, I get it.
The UPS is talking about going on strike. I mean, if you don't make it a running back and then UPS is on strike, I mean, there's only so many.
You can't cross that line. Why would you do that to your UPS guy?
I'm just saying.
They'd be like replacement UPS guys.
We all used to be running backs, man. We'll get that package to the door in a hurry.
That's right.
And if there's a dog in the way, don't worry, man. We can jump the fence.
I can see the advertisement now.
It's the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star.
From the George Salinas Personal Injury Attorney Studios, this is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. KTFM Floresville. KTFM Floresville. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the Cowboys team plane is headed to Oxnard, but Zach Martin is apparently not on that flight. Of course, Martin wants a new contract and has suggested he may sit out of camp. By the way, former Cowboys kicker Brett Maher is now Denver Broncos kicker Brett Maher. He signed over the weekend. Astros 3 games back of the Rangers in the AL West standings. They start up a 3-game series tonight. You can listen to it right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 6:30.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the 3rd time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minutes.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. A week from today, we'll be live on the tennis courts in Oxnard, California for our AA Best Bail Bonds Dallas Cowboys training camp coverage. That's also brought to you in part by our friends at Texas Cheer Liquor. And we're going to be at Texas Cheer Liquor on Friday.
Isn't that perfect timing?
Well, I mean, we knew we had to make a run to the liquor store before we headed to Oxnard so Rudy could pack his suitcases properly. And that's where we're going to be. We're going to be at the Bernie location, which is there on Truss Road at number 5.
It's a nice one, too, boy. Man. It really is nice. So
Absolutely.
Come on out and see us.
So Friday before we go, little send off.
Perfect timing. That's just we stock up and get ready to go. AD need you to have some bubble wrap available so we can wrap up whatever we buy to pack it.
Well, yeah, they pack properly.
Oh yeah,
you've been.
Well, no, I'm just saying
you've even been with us. We're not rookies at this.
But
alcohol travels.
Yeah, it does travel. Thank God. Looking forward to it.
I know last year at Dallas Cowboys training camp, I even showed up with a little gift that you guys were all surprised about.
Absolutely.
And appreciative, and it goes well with the Headline Blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. 2 guys, 2 opinions, never enough time.
Last year at Cowboys training camp, which I believe was your first with the radio station.
With the radio station, yes.
I showed up with a nice bottle that was won in a bet that we had, right? And it was a golf bet, so I believe, and I got the bottle from Texas Cheer Liquor.
No, I got the bottle from Texas Cheer Liquor and delivered it to you.
You did, but the bottle was from Texas Cheer. But I decided this bottle is too special. I've got to share this with the guys, and so I didn't tell anybody I was bringing it to training camp. But it went out there. And I believe it was at that time that we decided bottle bets were too expensive for Joe to continue because he doesn't win very many of them. So we have to change them to beer bets.
Well, that particular bottle is too expensive to yes. Continue. I was basically told that and that's not happening again, right?
So now we do beer bets.
Yes.
And Reinagel actually won a beer bet this weekend.
I did.
I would love some sound effects, but our producer has left the room apparently. I have no idea where James went.
I was on a 4-game losing skid until this weekend.
Yeah.
But my question is, since both of my guys beat both of your guys, that should count as 2 beer bets.
It should not. You can't change the rules after we do it. You made the rule because you finally won a beer bet.
I did.
I mean, after all the bottle bets, and you're like, I can't afford to keep doing this. Let's make it beer bets. We changed it to beer bets. You haven't won in a long time. You ended the drought over the weekend.
I did.
At the British Open.
Thanks to John Rahm and Fleetwood.
You can't remember. And what's his name? Jim
Joe.
No, it's Tom. Jimmy. You don't even know his name. But you wanna bet because
I do.
Victor Hovland
it's escaping
didn't hold
my
up
mind.
his end of the bargain.
Well, neither did Scotty Scheffler. He was gone.
Yeah, he was gone. You talked me out of Rory.
And you would have lost anyway. We would have tied, I guess, because Rahm, I think, did Rory finish 7 under?
He was 6 under.
Oh, well, then you would have lost.
So
Rahm finished 7 under.
You had Rahm. I didn't have Rahm for you.
Tommy Fleetwood.
I just told you that. He knows how big he swings it.
He's got a big swinger. Rahm does, right? I mean,
well.
Yeah, it was fun, although it was nasty out there yesterday. Watch some of that. I love the early morning golf. Dude, I loved it. You wake up, get you a cup of coffee, and there's golf on already. I enjoyed the weekend.
Did you now?
Yeah. And then, you take a 2.5-hour drive to the border.
You went to the border this weekend?
Eagle Pass. Yeah. Well, yesterday, Maggie and I went because here's the deal. Just in a we're getting the global entry thing, right?
Finally.
That includes the TSA pre.
Thank God.
So we went online, filled out all the paperwork, paid the $100 each, which lasts, by the way, for 5 years.
Great investment.
But then you got to do an interview.
Yeah.
And I know when you come back into the country, you can do that.
Sure.
But all of a sudden I get home one day and Maggie says, guess what? They have an appointment on Monday for both of us in Eagle Pass.
Of course. I need an excuse to go gamble.
So we drive up to the Kickapoo yesterday, hit the slots, and then this morning walk right in, bam, done.
Oh,
all done. Drive back here in time for work.
Perfect.
It was perfect. Great weekend.
I tell you what, that TSA pre-check will save your life.
It was incredible how easy it was. Really, you got to get fingerprinted and all that stuff, and they ask you a few questions, but most of the paperwork's done already.
Sure.
Right. So it's just that. But we're right there. The Homeland Security office is right there on the entry coming to and from Mexico. So you're seeing cars going back and forth. But you always hear about all the illegal immigrants everywhere down there, but I didn't see any.
Well, they don't. I'm going to guess they're not crossing where the department is where all those people work that are trying to keep them from crossing. They probably find somewhere else that let's come over where there's not security.
Which brings up a whole nother can of worms. How come why don't you? And I should have told these folks. So you know what they were doing this morning? And God bless them. They were very sweet.
You already got approved, right?
Already approved.
Okay, good. Go ahead, tell your story.
walking in, this other guy comes in right before I sit down at a desk. Maggie's at another desk, and he comes over to mine was a nice young lady. She was, we were talking, but she hands us. She says, "Just a second." Hands the guy a credit card, and I'm like, "Okay, whatever y'all are doing." And then this guy goes and collects money from everybody else. He was going to get breakfast for everybody.
Well, of course. What do you think?
I'm just saying.
That's how offices work.
They didn't ask me if I wanted anything.
You don't work there. You weren't going to be there when they came back with the breakfast.
Well, if they had come back, depending on where they were going,
it wouldn't matter.
I could have hung around.
They don't want you to hang around. They want you to do your interview and get the hell out.
So I didn't know where they were going.
So who cares, man? Somebody's on a breakfast talker run. That
saying,
happens in offices when you show up for breakfast. That probably happens here in the morning.
Probably
when you show up for breakfast. You've never shown up for breakfast.
I have shown up for breakfast, and before Rudy went on his new lifestyle, I used to bring him kolaches all the time.
Well, now Rudy gets the kolaches and he debuns them.
Oh my
and
gosh.
nobody needs to see that.
Point? No.
Yeah, well, no. Hey, what's the point? But nobody needs to see Rudy debunning the kolache.
Rudy should just give up kolaches because you can't just have the wiener. I mean, honestly.
Some people call it sausage, but yes.
Well, it's a
yeah
sausage wiener.
Yes. But watching Rudy debun a kolache is well, some things you just can't unsee.
He's pretty good at it, huh?
A little too good, if you ask me.
We get to suck on that all week.
So I was in Phoenix yesterday.
Yeah.
Our flight was 3:30. Now Southwest has been on a pretty good run lately of screwing people over that work here.
Yes.
None more than you.
Yeah.
Although Tim Spence has a hell of a story.
Is that right?
Yeah, Tim's going all Karen on Southwest when he gets home from work today. He's calling that 800 number and he's going to get his pound of flesh, right?
All right.
And hopefully some points or whatever, because that guy had to spend the night in Houston and fly in this morning.
Oh, wow.
But when he got on the plane, he wasn't told that was the case. So things apparently changed or he was lied to. One of the two.
Right.
Well, yesterday, I have a flight leaving Phoenix at 3:30 in the afternoon. Okay, cool, no problem. We're at brunch like at 11:30. I get the first alert that the flight was delayed and only half hour or whatever. All right, then another delay, then another delay. Now all of a sudden, I feel like, man, they must think Joe Reinagle is with me because this only happens to Joe, right? I was getting the Reinagle treatment.
Yeah.
So now it was like, then I get a text like it's 7:56 now that we're leaving. Now I'm on a direct flight, so I'm not worried about connection, but I'm not going to the airport at 2:00.
No.
For a flight that's now not leaving until 8:00. So we're shopping, walking around the different shops in Scottsdale, and I decide, well, if we got all this time to kill, let's go to the casino.
Is that the Talking Stick Resort there? Yeah.
Which I've never done well at, by the way.
Yeah.
I really don't like that place, but let's try it. Why not? So we're like, and then you send me a picture that you were at a casino. And I'm like, well, that's the casino God's telling me we've got to go.
We've got to go.
So we're about to whatever the girls are doing. The beautiful thing about a lot of those shops is they've got man chairs because you can just sit there on your phone doing whatever while they're shopping.
Yeah.
It's awful. But, whatever, the girls are having
It's
fun,
awful.
Right? So now we're deciding we're going to go. It's 3:00. We're going to the casino. My last alert says the flight's leaving at 7:56. Then I get a text, an alert. Flight's leaving at 4:20. Holy crap, right? So, all right, well, so much for the casino. Hey, kid, I knew I told you I was going to put gas in your car, but you got 65 miles empty. I need to go. We got to go to the airport now because now, you
got an hour.
Well, we got
basically
an hour and I'm 25 minutes away from the airport.
Yeah.
So we get to the airport, walk in, check in, whatever. The TSA line, they've got clocks on the 38-minute wait.
Oh, wow.
TSA zip right through, get some water, snack, and get on the plane and fly home. It was great. The beauty of TSA pre-check.
Yeah, well, I'm
congratulations for finally doing it. Rudy, Rob, Spence, everybody else that travels with us.
Yeah.
Pay attention and get it done.
I'm telling you,
I emailed you guys links a long time ago. Just get this done.
It's really pretty easy.
It's easy. And it's good for 5 years, and it's worth it.
Well, maybe those guys like Spence and Rudy J and Rob, you have to do a background check.
They got a job here.
Well,
oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so that might be the holdup. I don't know.
Rob had that issue in Florida that one time.
Yeah, I mean,
he was coming back from. I have no idea. I'm kidding.
No, it's good. I'm glad we got it done. It's all done, and I've already put it in my Southwest profile, so I'm good.
See, now when we come back from LA, Jay Glenn says I'm at LAX hoping for no delays today. Appreciate you listening in
thanks
Los
for
Angeles.
listening. Yes.
We'll be there in couple weeks coming home. See, and now we could send the boys, 3 hours early to the airport because, one of them's going to want to get there early. Let them drop the rent cars, and then we can Uber over about 30 minutes before the flight, and we're good.
I love that.
We're golden.
Perfect.
We're golden.
Yep. Perfect.
What it boils down to.
Well, I do like getting there early, though, when we fly out. Because we all get together and have a nice cold beer.
You're
before
just
the
hoping
plane
that
leaves.
there's some actor guy that we always seem to run into
We
at
always
LAX.
do, right?
We
Yeah.
always look. I don't know.
I'm not talking about in LA. I'm talking about San Antonio when we leave.
Why?
Well, it's a good place. We always sit around, a little bonding before we go out. A couple of cold beers.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
You're going to bring tickets, right?
Drink tickets?
Yes.
I will be covered.
Well, then you got teammates. You're Mr. Southwest Airlines. Just call them and order some more. They'll be here in time.
Dude. No, if you'll be taken care of, man. You're just going to have to whip out your credit card.
See, because you used them all this weekend, didn't you? I saw your mimosa.
There were several used on the flight out there.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. There's nothing like a beer or a drink on a plane. It's just better. I don't know why. It is, right? It's just better.
That's because you like using the little bathroom. Yeah, I got a bunch of coupons. Look at that. So I'm good for the flight out.
Well, your partner over here saying.
You think Rob would be thirsty?
You don't have to take care of those other guys.
Oh, okay.
They don't do a radio. They don't put up with you 4 hours a day.
Look, I'm getting the master bedroom. Everybody will drink free.
Good.
It's the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. One of the things that I know I'm going to get before we go is BraintreeNutrition.com's new brain water product. Now, you've heard me talking about their Sleep Aid Restore, which has been a wonderful game changer for me. But this new brain water is not your average electrolyte stick pack. 0 sugar, 0 caffeine hydration formula designed to keep you hydrated while also boosting your brain function. Not only will brain water keep you hydrated, it can enhance your focus, elevate your mood, and even help you recover from a hangover. Now, I was drinking a lot of the brain water while in Phoenix when it was 115 degrees. And if you saw any photos with all the pool beers that we were having, I can tell you the brain water on Sunday morning was fantastic. Stands out as a smart choice for a sustained focus and energy due to its 0 sugar, 0 caffeine formulation. And unlike sugary energy drinks or caffeinated beverages, brain water ensures no energy crashes. Make brain water your go-to hydration choice and experience the synergy of smart hydration for your brain and your body. 12-year NFL vet Andrew Sandeo and his former Rice buddies, they're on to something for overall brain health with their product lines at BrainTreeNutrition.com. Get brain water. The Sleep Aid is fantastic. There are other products. Learn more. Order online. BrainTreeNutrition.com. That's BrainTreeNutrition.com.
It's 1,400 miles to training camp. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Beginning Monday, the guys are on the road again. This time, San Antonio sports star travels to Cowboys training camp in Oxnard, California.
Deep down the right side. Oh, it's caught.
With the full support of AA Best Bail Bonds, providing complete backup for any of those things that happen while on the road. Nobody provides better coverage of training camp than 94.1 San Antonio sports star.
Left side of the end zone. Touchdown.
We'll hear from the players, coaches, be right in the middle of the media frenzy, and of course, hear from owner Jerry Jones.
We get to suck on that all week.
It's Cowboys training camp, live from Oxnard, California. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, Texas Cheer Liquor, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, and SASportsStar.com.
Hi, we're Comparion Insurance Agency. Right now, you're thinking, Comparion, never heard of them. We know. We also know that you have no idea that Comparion Insurance agents are local and provide expert advice. So to help it stick, we're going to say local agent 4 times in the next 15 seconds. Ready? Go. Our local agents know you and your community. Our local agents offer insurance from top carriers. Our local agents have minty fresh breath.
Find us at ComparianInsurance.com. Comparian Insurance Agency. Local agents, expert advice.
And there's number 4.
Now is the best time to buy a Connecticut water softener. With current models being closed out to make way for the new ones, you can save big. Call Connecticut at 656-PURE and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you. That's 656-PURE.
What could be more perfect than the perfect ratio of sizzling sausage to freshly cracked egg to melty cheese, sandwiched together in a perfectly toasted McDonald's McMuffin? If we added jalapenos to spice things up.
For a limited time only, grab the new cheesy jalapeno sausage McMuffin with egg paired with a refreshing iced coffee. Order in the app to earn free food. At participating McDonald's, must opt into rewards.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Smoker's Paradise, your premium smoke shop. Vaporizers, disposable e-cigarettes, hookah accessories, water pipes, cigars, and more. Now with 15 area locations, including the newest location at South Cross and Highway 37. Visit smokersparadise.com. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
If you've been injured in a car or truck accident, y'all need you to call Rexperts. Hey, it's Rudy J. Hilly and Solis, most people don't know anything you say or write can and will be used against you by the insurance company to reduce or possibly deny your accident claim. The law office of Hilly and Solis will go to work and make sure you get the compensation you deserve, and they're going to make sure you get it fast. They're former prosecutors. They don't just know how to fight. They know how to win. Let the Rexperts take care of dealing with insurance companies so you can worry about yourself and you can worry about your family. Don't let these insurance companies take advantage of you. See if you can turn that crash into cash. Hilly and Solis will hire the top medical and technical experts to support your claim. Call for your free, yes, free, no obligation consultation right now at 210-762-6261. That's 210-762-6261.
Principal office in San Antonio, Texas. Message brought to you by a non-attorney spokesperson.
Texas, the Mega Millions jackpot is over $800 million. Buy official Texas lottery tickets right from your phone at jackpot.com. Get a free ticket with your first play. Go to jackpot.com. Jackpot.com. Paid for by jackpot.com. You must be 18 or older to order a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Tuesday on R&R in the morning. That second R returns. That's right. Rudy is back in the saddle. Is Zach Martin under contract yet? Jerry, write the check. Now back to the Blitz. Jason and Joe in the same room. Hey, babies, I'm glad y'all gave me my own bedroom. We're all going to sleep better for this.
Huh?
Who said that?
I have no idea what Rob's talking about. I'm guessing Rob has no idea what Rob is talking about.
Well, okay. Oh, Rob.
He basically said, thanks for not making me share a room.
We got you.
Yeah. Who's sharing a room?
Rudy and RJ.
Are they really?
Well, they don't know it yet.
They don't.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I don't think it's even going to be necessary in this gorgeous house that we have.
Well, if you
right
want
on the beach.
If you want a bedroom, Rudy and RJ are going to share.
Again, it's not necessary.
But if you don't mind a living room on a different floor,
exactly,
that's basically a private room, that would be available to you too.
Exactly right.
I mean, you figure Rudy won't have a good night's sleep for a week. Rob Thompson is great at, all right, boys, I'm out. Rob gets his sleep.
Yeah.
Rudy and his FOMO, he misses nothing.
No.
If we're out, we're up, we're doing whatever, Rudy will be there. Now, he might be there in half asleep or fully asleep, but he will not have gone to bed. But when Rudy gets home, that man will nap here, he'll nap there.
Of course.
All of that kind of. So, but he's got what? Their show starts at 4 a.m. out there.
4 a.m.
They have a 2 a.m. wake-up call.
Oh.
Right? So the guy at the rudder room is going to have to wake up Rob and say, come on, Rob, jump in the shower, go to work.
Right.
Right?
Exactly.
That's what's going to happen.
Wow.
Right?
Dude, I wouldn't want some guy at the rudder room telling me to wake up and go get in the shower. All right. I'm just telling you because he probably doesn't know where there is one.
Well, it's time to go home and get to work.
Yeah.
That's bottom line what's going to happen. The guy's very nice when he wakes you up at the rudder room.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, they're all very chill.
Yeah,
out there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't had that experience yet, and I hope to not have it.
The fact that you used the term yet.
I'm going to be much more well-behaved this year, especially if there is a media party.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well,
It's
I
not
do.
like you weren't well-behaved last year.
Well, I was,
You were
except
told
for
to have,
one night.
You were told to have a really good time, and you had a really good time.
I would just like to remember said time.
Oh, it was great.
I'm sure it was. I've seen the pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like The Hangover. It's like, all right, we'll look once.
Well, it's hard when they're like, hey, do you want another one? Well, of course I do.
Wow.
You want another one?
Well, yeah, but it's free. Yeah, when drinks are free, you tend to drink faster. I've noticed that.
Is that it?
It's true.
It's
a fact.
Is it?
If you have to buy them, then you have a tendency to hold back a little bit.
I've known you too long. That's not true.
Well,
you just buy more.
And the difference is having a tab or paying for them one at a time. Because, see, a tab's easy, too. It's like, I got a tab. And then you get the bill and you're going, damn.
One at a time. Hell, just bring a bucket. Yeah, bring another bucket. Yeah, let's bring another bucket. I got a friend, Andy. He just goes straight buckets all night.
Just buckets.
Just another bucket.
Nice.
Another bucket. Like, this buckets ever stop?
No. And, in places like the Rue Pub, they have lots of buckets.
Thank goodness.
They do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You know who's not worried about a tab ever again?
Who's that?
CJ Stroud.
He got his money today, didn't he?
The Houston Texans have officially signed CJ Stroud, which is good because, training camp starts for them on Wednesday. The guarantee part of CJ's money is impressive. Very impressive. Basically $24 million he got a check for today.
He got a check for $24 million today.
$23.38 million signing bonus. The quarterback's entire signing bonus paid up front.
Wow.
CJ Stroud, his contract is 36.3 fully guaranteed, but 23.38 of a signing bonus paid today.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Cal
Congratulations.
McNair, for scratching out that check and making sure that your quarterback is ready to go at the beginning of camp on Wednesday.
There were some questions, and I don't see how there is. You pay this man what you just paid him today, second pick overall in the draft. I mean, he's a starter week one, right? I mean, I don't think there's any question.
Well, I mean, you're right. There shouldn't be any question, but if he ain't ready, and there's questions, and I think when you look at how good the Houston Texans can be this year, it all starts with how good is their quarterback going to be.
Well, I mean, they still have Davis Mills.
Like I said, how good is CJ Stroud going to be?
I don't think Davis Mills was that bad last year. I think he gets a bad rap.
Well, I mean, he wasn't that good.
Well, the team sucked. The team was horrible.
And this team really isn't that much better.
They are that much better.
Their schedule is that much easier.
They are that much better.
I don't know. Name a wide receiver for Houston.
Exactly.
Pledge, you're a Texans fan. Can you name two?
Robert Woods, John Mechie, Nico Collins.
Now, John Mechie, though, is he going to be okay? That guy's been through the ringer, right? He was injured first, and he had a bout with cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping he's okay.
Clean bill of health. Looks yoked.
Okay, good.
Body transformation.
Yoked.
They got a horrible tight end.
Shut up.
They got a great tight end.
They got a great tight end.
He's horrible.
They got a top 5 tight end.
Joe
my
Reinagle
gosh.
hates
Please.
Dalton Schultz.
I don't hate
They do have a good running back.
It's business and they got two good running backs.
They've got a good running back.
They got two of them.
They've got a good running back who is still on a rookie deal.
Uh-huh.
You wonder how happy that running back is going to be when it's time to get paid, because running backs aren't getting paid. Like, there was a Zoom call amongst running backs. How do we fix this? Well, we reached out to a friend that is an NFL player agent with Generation Sports Group. Brian Ehrlich is going to join us coming up next to talk about what advice would you give a running back? What can running backs do to try to fix the wage scale? Brian Ehrlich, NFL player agent, joins us next on The Blitz.
It's R&R in the morning.
Tuesday on R&R in the morning. Zach Martin's contract better be done. We're also talking NBA. Has Dame landed anywhere, and has Wemby put on any weight? We'll tell you whether he needs to put it on or not. It is training camp time, and the NFL is busy. So are we. The party starts at 6.
It's your wake-up call. R&R in the morning, 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Guys, your testosterone level impacts your energy, drive, weight, hair loss, and even ED. Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your T level for free. For your free T level check, exam, and consultation, call 210-615-7777 or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Texas, the Mega Millions jackpot is over $700 million, and you can now buy official Texas lottery tickets right from your phone with Jackpot.com. Go to Jackpot.com, choose your lottery game, pick your lucky numbers, and get your winnings instantly. Plus, get a free ticket with your first play. Get in on the action. Go to Jackpot.com and buy lottery tickets on your phone. Go to Jackpot.com. That's Jackpot.com. Jackpot.com.
Paid for by Jackpot.com. You must be 18 or older to order a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Attorney Joe Cordell. Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. In addition to everything else going on, they have to they are coupled with on their business or practice itself. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer skills in these matters, and that's why it's so important to hire someone that has those skills.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's San Antonio area attorneys. Offices in San Antonio, Austin, and St. Louis. CordellCordell.com.
Yeah, I'm so stressed. Our business is growing. We've got people all over now.
Ooma.
What is that? Meditation?
I'm recommending the Ooma cloud phone system with auto attendant and more than 50 features.
Ooma?
Yep. Switching to Ooma is a cinch. Just $24.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Now you're feeling it. Find small business calm at ooma.com/radio. That's OOMA.com/radio.
Imagine it's the last ride, but your symptoms of irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, are taking you for a ride. What should you do? Keep managing your constipation with belly pain the same old way? Or try getting ahead of your symptoms by talking to your doctor about treating it with Linzess, linaclotide. Linzess is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually.
Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling.
Imagine, what could relief from IBS-C mean for you? Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to 4hims.com/joy. That's FORHIMS.com/JOY.
MVP's bonus days are back at Lowe's. Find special savings on top brands like DeWalt. Right now, save $60 when you buy a DeWalt impact driver or drill for just $99 each. Plus, MVP's Pro Rewards members will earn 3 times the bonus points when shopping the Pro Zone. Shop in-store and online today. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. DeWalt offer valid 7/17 through 8/2. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts if any. Valid through 7/28. Subject to change.
Yo, 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 what's up, party people? I'm Julie Foudy.
And I'm Lynn Ozawi.
We host the ESPN podcast Laughter Permitted, where we have candid chats with trailblazing women in sports and beyond.
We've talked with goats like Billie Jean King, Simone Biles, Mia Hamm, Sue Bird, Candace Parker, Michaela Schifrin, just to name a few.
So grab a donut or $500 and check us out wherever you get your podcasts. And a huge shout out to our presenting sponsor, Ally, who has supported us since day one.
Laughter Permitted. Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. Thinking about gas mileage? If your check engine light is on, it may be affecting your MPGs, but the free AutoZone Fix Finder service can help. With the most complete free warning light report backed by technician verified fixes, you'll know what's affecting your gas mileage and more. and you don't have to drive too far to find the fix. The free AutoZone Fix Finder service is available at all 6,200 stores.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
See details at AutoZone.com.
Joe Reinagel, Jason Minix, The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Happy Monday afternoon, everybody. Glad you're joining us here on The Blitz. I'm Joe Reinagel. He is Jason Minix, and it has been a great Monday afternoon. Hope everybody started the week off in the right way. We certainly have here on The Blitz. James Pledger is driving this bus for this extravaganza today. What are you smiling about over there?
Because Pledger, right as the music's playing, I keep getting Brian's voicemail, so I'm having to text Brian because we didn't call him early enough, and now he's calling in, which tells me he saw a number that he wasn't familiar with.
You see
was
that?
Probably, well, I'm waiting for this other call, right? So
He's probably waiting for your number.
He knows how radio works. I'm not calling from my cell number.
But I'm the same way. If I don't recognize a number, I won't answer it.
Well, sure.
And if it's important, I'll leave a message.
True. So it's how it is. But he's joining us now, Brian Ehrlich from Generation Sports Group, a player agent joining us on the Buyers Barricades guest line. So you saw don't say the number, but you saw it coming through and you just kept hitting decline on that because you were waiting for the station to call, not realizing that was us.
Yeah, I don't know. We're driving through Waco right now, so maybe it's an issue in Waco.
See, I blame Chip and Joanne.
That's right.
It's their fault that you were getting nothing but voicemail. Glad to have you on, man. Brian, I think about from a player agent standpoint, and I read that a lot of the NFL running backs, the top NFL running backs, had a Zoom call, all upset about the current state of pay for running backs. As an agent, what do you tell your client when the money you want to make isn't there from the teams?
Well, it really matters their situation and where they are in their life, currently. Have they had a second contract? Are they going on their third contract? How financially, stable are they and their income and their way of living? A rookie coming out of a rookie contract, maybe not a first-round pick, maybe a little bit more enticed to sign a team-friendly deal because that could be their quote-unquote ticket. A veteran going into a third or fourth contract that has collected some of his monies may just stay put and say, I'm not going to sign the deal because I don't need the money. So it's all relative to who we're dealing with, in my opinion.
Brian, when you look at, and I'm going to use Saquon Barkley as an example here. Obviously, he's got $10 million on the table with the signing or with the franchise tag. If you were Saquon's agent and knowing Saquon and what he's done and what he means to that football team, what would you tell him? I mean, it'd be very difficult for anybody, however much money you make, to leave $10 million on the table. What do you think you'd tell this guy?
I think this is the biggest part of being a player agent that people don't understand is you have to understand who your client is and what their values and what they're looking for is. I don't think any agent in the world would say, hey, absolutely turn it down, sit out, it's a bad idea. But our job is to tell them, here's the 3 or 4 options, what fits best with you and your team. And option A being we take the money and, worst case scenario, you sit the year out. And, I think it becomes kind of more of a group think and kind of goes back to where are you sitting financially? And do you think throughout the course of your career, you can recoup in business or in football or off the field opportunities, that $10 million. And you start weighing all of those things and let that be what, let that decision fall where it may.
Brian Ehrlich joining us here on the Blitz. He's an agent with Generation Sports Group, has 19 rookies heading into the NFL.
Yeah, nice.
That's an agency that is certainly more than just up and coming at this point. You guys are killing it. Brian, when I think about what has happened to the running back market, and we look at Zeke's deal, you look at Todd Gurley's deal, and for whatever reason, running backs, they get near 30 and their production devalues. Oftentimes, a big contract is a reward for what you have done right? But also, what are you going to do for me next? And then it's hard for a player to live up to the current contract status. That's what fans get mad about. When you're talking with NFL general managers, what are they telling you about the reasons why running backs are just not getting paid?
Yeah, I think they're steering away from answering that question for everybody. What you hear the most is, oh, go draft one, try to get them on the 4-year deal, and if you draft them in the first round like Bijan, maybe tag him in the 5th. They're obviously scenarios that are way down the road for everybody. But, I don't know. I think when it comes to the CBA, I think throughout every negotiation of a CBA, there's always a position that for whatever reason falls to the bottom of this kind of totem pole, if you will. And that's just where they are. I think it was the safeties last CBA. It's the running backs now. And all you can do is continue to try to increase their value to the team and see if there's a market for them, take it to market. And if teams value it, they get to negotiate in the open market. But obviously right now supply may just be exceeding demand. But for the top guys, I mean, that the franchise tag of running backs is third above kickers and punters. I don't agree with it. I think.
Wait a minute, hold on. So when you look at the most expensive as being quarterbacks, you get to the bottom of the list is kicker and punter, and then it's running back all the way down there.
As far as the top of the list goes, from what I understand from the USA Today article I was browsing through. I mean, it's just whenever I think the 3 guys that are tagged there's only 6 running backs ahead of them that have higher salaries than the tag. And, obviously that's far, far from the norm.
Yeah, obviously, Brian, these guys had a meeting yesterday, that Eckler orchestrated, and they're trying to figure this out. Is there a way to figure this out, or is this something that just happens from time to time to a position and it tends to work itself out? Or are we in danger of maybe losing the running back position?
Yeah, I think, number one, it's not going to just, quote, work itself out. It is going to take, some work from not only agents but the players and how they treat their contract negotiations. And, a big part of it is maybe not getting to the last year of your contract. And maybe running back specifically, that's something that everybody kind of stands on the hill and says, hey, we're not playing this last year without re-upping our deal the way Eckler did. But, when it's one guy 1 year, and it doesn't move the needle. So I think what he did is a great thing, because I don't think anything's going to change this year. I don't think anything's going to change next year. Maybe it will if they're all unified in this decision, which I would find hard to believe. But they're, part of our job as we go throughout this is making sure that we're paving a path for the next guy. And, I think with the work that they're doing now, certainly will help do that, whatever the outcome may be. And, strength in numbers is usually the best way to tackle these problems.
Brian Ehrlich joining us here on the Blitz on the Buyers Barricades guest line, an agent with Generations Sports Group. Pro Football Talk suggests that maybe all the running backs should sit out of off-season programs next year. I'm thinking, okay, if you're a rich running back, you could afford to do that. But if you're an undrafted free agent running back, you can't afford to do that. But if every running back is sitting out as an agent, what do you tell your guy, let's say the undrafted guy that's hoping to get some money in the bank, but it's not there yet? He didn't get a millions in some sort of signing bonus. Because when you look at the undrafted guy versus, say, a first, second round pick, the pay scale is so different. Could every running back as a group, as a position group, could they all afford and would they all agree to sit out? Would there be support from that?
I don't think so. I'm also fresh. We do work with a lot of undrafted free agents, and sometimes you're hoping for a roster spot. You're hoping for $1,000 signing bonus just so that person's on the 90-man roster. With these other developmental leagues, XFL, these everything that's going on. I just don't see where they can't go to every running back in that league and say, hey, will you come play for us if we give you a contract? And I would presume every running back in that league would say yes. So it's not just any position, but if everybody sat out, I mean, it's hard for us to tell the small school kids and the undrafted free agents that you can afford to sit out, because you can't. I think it's just like the undrafted free agent process with the NFLPA wanted us to be on the unified front a couple of years ago, telling everybody to sit out of non-mandatory off-season workouts. And it's just like, I've got guys that got a $1,000, $5,000, $10,000 signing bonus that they'll just cut them. 10 grand's not moving the needle when it comes to these salary caps, and they'll cut them and find the next player that will show up. So I don't think you're going to get that from the bottom end. I just don't see how it's reasonable or economical, or a lot of this is still about kids chasing their dreams, and that could put an end to it.
Brian, I've got to ask you this question, and kind of a little bit of a different topic somewhat. And I think you mentioned this a little bit when we were talking about running backs, maybe starting to negotiate their deal a little early. Zach Martin, he's got a couple of years left on his contract, obviously, and wants that changed. And Cowboy fans seem to be all on board on that. What is your thought on a player who's got a couple of years left demanding a new contract?
I don't think there's an issue with it as long as everybody's chips are on the table. I think, springing it last second, we hate whenever the teams do it to us. And just because the teams do it to us doesn't mean we have to do it to them. So, he's beloved in that city. He's done a great job for the Cowboys. So I don't know a specific situation, but, I think whenever guys decide, hey, I want a little security, the team has to decide, is the backup, the worst case scenario of playing the backup instead of our all pro, is that really what we want to do? And, it turns into another team decision. And when the rubber meets the road and week one starts kicking off and fines start coming, or lack of pay, or, a combination of both, everybody gets to make an economical decision on their end. And, at the end of the day, it's all about winning football games, and you have to make the best decision for the team, presumptually, that if not having him there, which we've seen with several teams, having a hole in the offensive line, I mean, it kills their season. And so offensive line is just as important as the running back, but if you have a gap in it, I don't have any problem with negotiating a deal early.
Well, and Brian, I look at, the Cowboys in particular. Jerry likes doing long contracts, and, Zach Martin signed a 6-year contract, and when he signed it, it was great, but not surprising that it's no longer fitting of his performance and what he means to the team or his league. So now he's underpaid, even though when he signed it, you probably knew that was going to happen. I've said on this show many times, I think quarterbacks should count differently against the salary cap. I saw Chris Sims on Pro Football Talk, PFT, say that running back should have a independent of the salary cap, but some sort of pot of money that's based on performance, right? If we're basing everything on performance, could you see a scenario when the NFL at some point does away with the salary cap and goes more performance-based contracts? So, like, if you have a great year, you're going to make more money, but if you suck, you're going to make less as an agent. Would you be okay with a scenario like that?
I don't think so. It matters what type of agent you are. If you're an agent of the top guys and nothing but the top guys, probably not. For us, in the middle tier to lower tier in terms of the guys that we get in the draft, that's what the rookie player performance pool is for, and it's specifically for play time, and amount of play time as it relates to percentage of snaps of your team and percentage of snaps overall for your team. So, I've had undrafted guys that play, Aaron Brewer, for example, my center with the Titans. We just got him out of his rookie deal, got him a good deal this offseason, and he got, one of the largest player performance bonuses last year because he started every game on offensive line for the Titans. So, the rookie pool, that's what it's made for, is rookies that overachieve, so to speak, from where they're selected in the draft and based upon their salary. So it makes sense for rookies. I don't see where it makes sense for veterans. It's just there's too many people with too many lives at stake and too many expert contract negotiators to sit back and let it be, let that be taken by chance.
Interesting. Brian Ehrlich, Generations Sports Group. Good stuff, man. Appreciate the insight.
No, I appreciate it, guys.
Brian Ehrlich on the Buyers Barricades guest line. Buyers Barricades provides traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond online at buyersbarricades.com. Even though he said no, I wouldn't mind like a running back performance pool.
Yeah, but I get where he's coming from. I mean, if you're a I don't know, a Derrick Henry, you're probably not going to have an issue, and you're probably going to make a lot of money. But if you're, I just don't see it coming.
But even a guy like Derrick Henry, and I don't know, his career earnings are probably, under $50 million, right?
Well, yeah, they could be.
I don't know. We could probably look that up pretty easy, but I mean, he's a running back, right? And
what's he make? $13 million, I think, right now a year.
Yeah,
which is underpaid as far as I'm concerned, and what he does. But I think the same thing about a Saquon Barkley, and the Giants are going to find that out if he sits out. They're going to find out the value of a running back like Saquon, and I think some teams have had some success. I think every team in the NFL thinks they can have success now with young running backs coming straight out of the blue, but I think they're going to be in for a rude awakening.
I look at Derrick Henry, his career earnings are at $45 million.
Okay.
Right. You think about like a contract like what Zeke signed, or what you're seeing a lot of these receivers that are getting, where you're looking at 60, 80, over $100 million in career earnings.
Yeah.
And you got to believe, how many years has Derrick Henry been in the league? The chances of him getting another contract like that are slim to none based on what we're seeing in the running back market. And that's Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry, right. One of, if not the best running back in the NFL.
I look at a guy like Tony Pollard, his career earnings might end up being 2 years worth of salary for CeeDee Lamb when CeeDee gets his new deal.
That's exactly right. And I guess it's just where the value is, right? I mean, it's like anything. If you need X and you're going to go buy it. If you don't need Y, you're not going to. And I don't know.
See, and again, sometimes it's about money. Some guys apparently like to get paid in burgers.
Right,
at least James Harden does.
Well,
we'll explain as we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, you want to get out of jail fast, best way to do that is to call my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds, because nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. They're discreet and confidential and open 24/7. Offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. If you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
It's $1,400 to trading camp. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Beginning Monday, the guys are on the road again. This time, San Antonio sports star travels to Cowboys training camp in Oxnard, California.
Deep down the right side. Oh, it's caught.
With the full support of AA Best Bail Bonds, providing complete backup for any of those things that happen while on the road. Nobody provides better coverage of training camp than 94.1 San Antonio sports star.
Left side of the end zone. Touchdown.
We'll hear from the players, coaches, be right in the middle of the media frenzy, and of course, hear from owner Jerry Jones. Balls.
We get to suck on that all week.
It's Cowboys Training Camp, live from Oxnard, California. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, Texas Cheer Liquor, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, and sasportstar.com.
Nigel, I'm going on vacation. Don't touch anything.
I won't let you down. Enjoy your time off, J-Dog.
Folks, it's good to take time off, but your home's plumbing and air conditioning, well, when they decide to take a surprise vacation or start working overtime, that's a problem. Call Quarter Moon and we'll get things back on track, working right and at a fair price. Call Quarter Moon 651-5899.
Okay, team, I've supercharged the coffee machine. It's extra hot and dispenses 10 times faster. Allow me to push the button. Quick! Call the plumber!
N6004, TACLA 000743458.
Hi, April Ansira here from the Ansira Auto Group. And I'm Danielle Gunter, Executive Director of Texas Yes, here to tell you about Drive Away for Education raffle. With your purchase of a raffle ticket, you'll be directly benefiting students in schools across the state. And the winner will choose from a new Chevy, Nissan, Jeep, Volkswagen, or Kia, sponsored by the Ansira Auto Group. Purchase your raffle ticket today at texasyesproject.org. Winner responsible for tax, title, and license and federal withholding tax.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. Okay, easy now. You're teaching your kid how to parallel park. Ouch! Turns out he likes to do it by feel. Don't worry, eBay Motors has bumpers, taillights, trunk lids, license plate holders, 122 million parts. Pull up just a little bit. And they've got lots of headlights. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Okay, next time you're at the store, I dare you to not think about the unmistakable, fresh, clean scent of Irish Spring. Yeah, you heard me. I want you to resist picturing a shower filled with those sensational Irish Spring suds. And if you succeed, well, you got what my gramps used to call resolutitude. Not a real word, but let's be honest, you're probably going to end up leaving with Irish Spring because of its irresistible scent and because you have zero resolutitude. Pick up Irish Spring today.
At Twin Peaks, we know our tequila. Life's too short to not celebrate National Tequila Day with top shelf spirits. Visit one of Twin Peaks' 4 San Antonio area locations today and celebrate National Tequila Day right. Order a shot of your favorite tequila dressed and chilled, or treat yourself and try something new. Twin Peaks has a full adventurous drink menu aimed to please, and don't forget about the 29-degree man-sized drafts. Celebrate National Tequila Day at the one and only Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, and scenic views.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Missions Baseball is back Tuesday night at Wolf Stadium. It's AARP $2 Tuesday, presented by San Antonio Sports Star. Gates open at 6 p.m. First pitch at 7:05. Go to samissions.com for tickets. We are San Antonio.
Welcome to What If, the show where I, Jake from State Farm, answer your insurance what ifs. Today's caller is Gio. What's up?
Hey, Jake, what if I'm shopping for a new policy, but there are so many options that I freeze up and just can't choose?
It's okay. An agent can help you choose the right coverage. At State Farm, we're there for your what ifs.
Oh, now what if I need help deciding on dinner?
Tacos.
Good idea.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
If you're hiring, it can feel like trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. Like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Now try ZipRecruiter free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/FREE.
If you travel as much as the San Antonio sports guys travel, while you're on the road, be sure to take us along. Listen to the 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star live stream anywhere on the Odyssey radio app. From the George Salinas Personal Injury Attorney Studios, this is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville. KTFM Floresville. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the Cowboys have just touched down in Los Angeles. Of course, they're headed to Oxnard, but Pro Bowl guard Zach Martin not on the team flight today. Martin wants a new contract and suggests that he may sit out of camp. San Antonio Sports Star team will be arriving in Oxnard on Sunday. We'll begin broadcasting Monday morning with R&R in the morning. Former Cowboys kicker Brett Maher is now Denver Broncos kicker Brett Maher.
SportsCenter is brought to you by BraintreeNutrition.com. Better sleep, more focus. BraintreeNutrition.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. We'll get into it coming up in a bit, but on the TV screen here in the studio, it's on ESPN, and they're leading off their NFL show. And it was a picture of DeAndre Hopkins signing with the Houston Oilers. It's just weird. It was just weird. The former Texan now with the Oilers.
I think it's great. I think it's great. And I've seen people on the Twitters and stuff saying that, the history belongs to the Texans or the Houston or what. Please stop it. All of you people who were so-called Houston Oilers fans now. All of you people that were so-called Houston Oiler fans,
so-called,
just went right over to the Houston Texans like it was nothing. Nothing. There's no loyalty to the Oilers. None. You just there's a new shiny toy in town, so we'll just go right over to that.
I'll talk about something that you totally understand then when you think about the team leaving. It's like when you get divorced. You got to pick one. Are you going to be friends with him or her, right? And so those in Houston made a choice. They didn't stay with Bud Adams. But when you've got somebody new in your life, they immediately became buddies with them. That would be the Houston Texans.
No, it's completely different.
It really is.
Yeah, they're two different. That's apples and oranges. Has nothing to do with the other, because. If you were an Oiler fan in the city of Houston, which I know a lot of people were, and then all of a sudden, the Oilers are gone.
Divorced. They divorced the city of Houston.
Well,
the mayor.
It was a bad divorce. So
they were kicked out.
So I guess you picked sides. You obviously agreed with the mayor of Houston
at
that time.
I think as an Oiler fan, and I wasn't. So I mean, you were mad as hell at everybody involved because you lost your team. You were mad at Bud Adams because you always were. And you were mad at the mayor because he let him go. It's not like the, Baltimore Colts that packed up the moving trucks in the middle of the night and jetted out of town.
Well, that's exactly what they did. And it was good.
Yeah.
So the people in Baltimore, I guess they didn't care, but you don't see the Colts wearing throwback ball. Well, I guess they kind of do, don't they?
Well, I mean, the Colts.
Well, they took the name.
They took the name, but you don't see the Ravens saying, "You know what? Let's be the Colts today and celebrate Johnny U." We don't see that. Look,
but the city of Houston wants nothing to do with the Oilers.
Well, no,
they want nothing to do with them.
See, I disagree with that. And again, I'm not an Oiler fan.
Do you want anything
I believe
to do with
yes. Fans in Houston miss their team. They didn't like them becoming the Titans because it was taken away from them. It would honestly be no different than how we would view the Spurs if years ago they ended up in Baltimore or Albuquerque or all the different names. We wouldn't, it would that organization. But the logo, Houston fans love it. They still wear it.
Why didn't they keep it?
They didn't have the option. It's not like they took a vote of residents and says, do we want this? Bud Adams and middle fingers to the city said, I'm taking my history with them.
That's
and Tennessee has never really embraced the Oiler tradition or history.
That's where people are confused. And I just had Rudolph Gonzalez on here on the YouTube line telling me everybody thinks the Oilers just went up and left. They didn't. It was an argument. It was a political argument at the time. All Bud Adams wanted to do was he wanted a new stadium.
Yep.
All right, the Alamo Dome, the Astrodome was getting old. It was a big dinosaur. Everybody's getting this. That's all he wanted was a new stadium. So the mayor says no because he didn't like Bud Adams. So what was Bud supposed to do? Just stay? No, you leave because Nashville's ready. I mean, so Bud Adams gets a raw deal here. And I'm not saying he was a good guy because he wasn't.
All right, good.
Okay, but the mayor of Houston wasn't either.
Well,
and he screwed the city out of the Houston Oilers.
He did. All of that is true, and that is when a NFL or a pro sports team, Ron, if you're listening, wants a new stadium, they always threaten, if not, we'll move. Well, the Oilers did exactly that.
That's exactly what they did.
You won't build us a stadium, somebody else will.
Absolutely. And that's what happened. They didn't want to leave Houston. Bud Adams did not want to leave Houston. He wanted to stay there. And, he had no choice. When they said no, Nashville's right over here saying yes.
But when you rebrand everything, and look, I've been to Nashville many times. I mean, there's nothing like driving through Tennessee, seeing all the oil wells. I mean, it just fits, right? But, they became the Titans.
You see a lot of Titans there?
Sure.
Exactly.
But like the people in Tennessee never fully embraced the Oiler tradition.
Well, then why are they doing this now?
To sell shirts.
Well, why? If they don't embrace it, why are they doing
They're
it?
still going to sell merchandise.
To who?
The people in Houston.
Yeah, yes, right.
I mean, honestly, you because nobody is going to see that and go, oh yeah, Titans throwbacks, man, those are awesome.
I don't know why you said they were awesome. They're damn good looking uniforms.
They're a great Oilers uniform.
They are.
I'm not going to look at that and go, man, that's the I look at that and go,
still
Titans.
The history of that franchise.
So somebody posted on the screen, and I've seen this in a bunch of plays, believes the team history should stay with the city.
The Houston didn't want it.
Well, so you say that.
They didn't. The city of Houston didn't want it.
I don't know that I agree with that. In fact, I disagree with that.
Well, do you know? Or are you just saying it? I mean, anybody can say I disagree.
I think most fans in Houston love the Oilers, hated the owner, hated the situation.
Sure. Well, a lot of Cowboy fans hate the owner, but they love the team. I mean,
but they haven't moved.
It has a lot to do. Everybody hates the owner.
Sure.
Do you know any fan base that likes their owner?
I think Washington likes their new owner, but it's only been 8 minutes. Give them time.
He bought everybody beer.
Yes. So, but you look at it, the Titans are trying to celebrate a history and tradition that they don't have, right? They don't.
But they do, because it's the history of that franchise. That franchise was the Houston Oilers.
Yes.
The Houston Texans have nothing to do with the Houston Oilers. It's completely brand new and different.
Did the Chiefs go back and become the Dallas Texans? They've done that, right?
Yeah. But, it's really nice. When Baltimore and Art Modell picked up and moved that franchise to Baltimore, he rebranded them the Ravens and let Cleveland keep the Browns.
Well, because that's completely different.
No, there are organizations like, look, you keep it. Like the Sonics did that with the city of Seattle. Oklahoma City will never do throwbacks as the Sonics because they started over from scratch, which should be like the general rule, right? You go to a new city and wherever you left stays there. Whether anybody does anything with it ever shouldn't matter.
I bet you John McClain knows the answer to this. So I'm going to ask him on Thursday.
Okay.
I'm going to keep this conversation going because I want to know, and he will know better than anybody else. Did the city of Houston want to keep the name Oilers, or was that Bud Adams who said, screw you? No. Was it? You know that for a fact. I'll ask John McClain. I trust him a little bit more than I trust you, Pledge. No offense.
Well, and look, that's certainly understandable, right?
Well,
the Tennessee Oilers wore Oilers uniforms in 97-98, their first 2 seasons in Nashville. Nobody in Houston gave a hoot. In 99, they were renamed Titans and got a new stadium, practice facility, and uniforms that included some Columbia blue. Nobody in Houston gave a hoot.
Exactly.
They do now. That was a tweet from the great John McClain.
Say, there you go. So nobody give a damn about the Oilers in Houston. So why in the world should Houston celebrate the history of that franchise? Nobody gives a damn.
Well, John Lopez, who is a MacArthur grad and does sports radio in Houston, now a longtime columnist at the Chronicle, and I'm not reading all of this because it's a thread, not actually on Threads, but a Twitter thread, which means multiple tweets, Joe. This is verifiably not true, with all due respect to my friend, the General.
Well, so we've obviously got we got a match going on here. So who's right? Now, look.
Well, I think everybody's a little bit right.
I don't know if this guy. I don't know this guy from Adam.
You don't know
I know John
Lopez?
McClain. No, I know John McClain.
How do you not know John Lopez?
I trust John McClain
Well,
with the city. He's
you
been
only
been
trust-
a reporter there for what, 80 years?
I think a little bit longer. But when you look at it, and Lopez has been there 10 years shorter. That's it. I mean, Lopez knows his Houston stuff, but you like McClain on this because you kind of think he agrees with you.
I didn't know he agreed.
And to a degree, when the Titans moved, I forgot that they actually played as the Tennessee Oilers.
Yeah. Well, you had to go into town and get a lottery for the new name, and everybody putting those people in there.
But what I'm hearing though, and this totally does make a lot of sense, right? When they first left, Houston fans were so bitter and so mad at that organization. I don't think they cared or paid any attention because the divorce was still raw, right?
Well, they were mad at the mayor too.
Yeah, they were mad at everybody,
right?
And if you've been to Houston, you understand they're kind of grumpy to begin with.
Well, I don't.
They sweat in places they didn't know they had.
Exactly.
I mean, it's certainly understandable.
Yes.
I mean, they're cheerful like people in Philadelphia. So, I could see that. But I think over time, and now that they do have their own NFL team again,
yes,
you still want a piece of that Oilers. When you see that, Derek, you think Houston, not Tennessee.
Why? But you're not following me here.
When
So
you're
the
Tennessee,
history, it's one thing. The city of Houston is one
Look,
thing.
there's
but
a
when
lot
you're
of
talking,
people trying to rewrite history
when
right
you're
now. It doesn't go over well.
When you're talking about the history of a franchise,
yeah,
that's the franchise, is it not? It's just because they're
Yes.
called the Titans.
Yes.
That's their history.
Yes, but there's some.
It's not the city of Houston.
No, but again, I look at that and I think some things you just don't celebrate. Like the Titans shouldn't do these throwbacks. Those uniforms look good. They look great, just not with Tennessee. I'm not an Oiler fan, but I'm a little offended that the Tennessee Titans tweeted out all these great videos of the Houston Oilers.
Absolutely, as they should.
As they should.
As they should. They should do that.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's the history of the franchise that resides in Tennessee now. So you want to keep up with your history. Oilers had a great history. If it weren't for the Pittsburgh Steelers, they might have won a Super Bowl or two.
The Bills also.
Well, and them too.
I mean,
those guys too. That one still hurts. You had to bring that up, didn't you?
With the Oilers?
Uh-huh. With the Buffalo Bills.
You mean Frank Reich?
Yeah, that guy.
That guy?
Uh-huh.
Was that 31-3?
Hate that guy.
Or 34-3?
It was 31-7 at the time.
Are you sure? 7?
Yes, it was.
Are you sure? Yeah, and Pledge is saying 34-0.
No,
I don't think
Pledge,
that was. It was 34-3, right? Not 7.
See,
we can.
I
Look
remember
that,
that game like it was yesterday.
Well, Pledge, look it up.
Jeez,
we're gonna see. I mean, Ryan Nagel's not doing well on his Tennessee Titans fan test today.
Jim Kelly, I hate him too for getting hurt.
Oh,
I do.
You're gonna blame a man that got hurt.
I'm blaming Jim Kelly.
Who was quarterbacking the Houston Oilers at the time?
Warren Moon.
It was Warren Moon.
Yeah, the best team Houston ever had.
Yeah,
they would have beaten the Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl that year.
Oh, you think?
Oh, there's
we
no
were
question.
that close to an All-Texas Super Bowl.
We were that close, yes.
But God loves America's team. That's why Tom Landry had the hole in the roof.
Well, that's why.
And if he thought that, like Ryan Nagel,
that the cheap-ass Buffalo Bills,
that Oilers team, boy, that could be a problem for Dallas. So we're going to have them blow this incredible lead.
It would have been a problem for Dallas.
Yeah, to send Buffalo on to the Super Bowl.
Exactly. And I think it was, 55-17 in that Super Bowl, which was the last one the Cowboys won, by the way.
That's not true either. Cowboys beat the Pittsburgh Steelers in Super Bowl 30.
Oh, okay.
In Arizona.
So we're talking about
Larry
29
Brown was
or what?
the MVP, or maybe Neil O'Donnell, depending on
we're talking
which way
about,
do you want to go.
We're talking
We're
about
doing beer bets on this, by the way,
sure.
right now. We're fact checking, and now that we know the answer, this is a beer bet.
Oh, yeah, that's
It's
great.
time for another beer bet with the Blitz. Oh, Jason and Joe go head to head with the biggest bet of the weekend.
It was 52-17.
Here's the Blitz.
52-17.
Yeah, Don Beebe kept Leon Lett from letting that game out of control. Oh, it's 35-3, another beer bet win for minutes.
Oh, that's great. Dude, I don't remember what happened 30 minutes ago,
You
much
just
like
said
30
you
years
remember
ago.
it like it was yesterday.
It was 34-7. I mean, that was pretty damn close.
Uh-huh. Hey, Joshua, you're on the Blitz. What's going on, man?
Yeah, it's honestly that Oilers thing. It's tough for Houston because the Oilers were the city of Houston during that time, and the fans never wanted the team to leave. It was mainly ownership and the mayor.
Yes.
And the fans loved it. That's why they have the Love You Blue with the Houston Oilers. And yeah, after that divorce, a lot of the Oiler fans just said, man, I'm not going to watch any football of Houston. I'm going to go cheer for a different team. And a lot of Oiler fans did leave to go cheer for like Green Bay or Tampa or something like that because
Cowboys.
They don't want to cheer for Tennessee. So yeah, in the 90s and 98, they didn't care. But when they found out it was back in Houston and the great Bob McNair brought football back to Houston, they had the love back again. And they all came back and cheered for the Texans. And that logo should stay with Houston because it is Houston. It's a remnant. It reminds everyone of Houston. That's what it was. It was an oil town. The Love You Blue, like it was the passion for the fans.
See, what you're just telling me, Josh, is the Chamber of Commerce from the city of Houston should send the Tennessee Titans a thank you note and maybe some Tiff Treats cookies or something because that logo reminds people of Houston. People will see that and think Houston.
That's why I can't wait. And if they have any stones at all, the Titans will wear those uniforms.
Ones. Absolutely.
When they play the Houston Texans.
That would be awesome.
It would be fantastic.
That would be awesome.
If they had any stones at all, they would do it.
I think the rules say you can only wear throwbacks at home. But if they wore the throwbacks against Houston in Tennessee, it's still
that would be good.
I mean, you're throwing it out on the table.
It would
saying,
be better in Houston, but yeah, the second best would be to wear them.
Although
against the Texans,
it also just tells me the Titans still have such an identity crisis that I'm going to look at a football team and think of somebody else.
It's not the first time they've done this.
I know.
I've got a Vince Young throwback jersey in my closet.
You know, you can get all kinds of jerseys
when was the
from
last
China.
Time Vince
it doesn't matter.
No, but they actually wore it.
I know. I remember.
So,
and it was this controversial back then too.
So I'm just saying. I mean, it's not like Tennessee just all of a sudden woke up and said, "Oh, let's do this."
Yeah.
No, they've been doing it a while.
Did you say, "Oh"?
That's exactly what I said.
Mm-hmm.
There he is, Vince Young.
Yeah.
See that looks just like my jersey right there. The Pledge just put up.
And those that are listening on radio, Joe is looking at Pledger's computer screen.
You know what? Maybe just for giggles, tomorrow I'm wearing the Vince Young throwback.
Well, I hope you remember it.
No, I'm going to. I'm going to get it out of the closet tonight.
You gonna text Maggie now?
No,
honey, will you get my jersey ready? Because you'll forget.
No, I won't. I'm taking it out now.
Uh-huh.
It will be hanging
go
right
on Rob
there.
Thompson, make a list.
I am.
Yeah.
I will have that jersey on tomorrow, just for all of your pleasure.
See, it does look good. Him and Eddie George right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Except for that was a picture from the Oilers.
I was.
You can't even tell the difference.
I was so happy. Can you? I was so happy when they drafted Vince Young. I thought, all right. Yeah, you're Texas Longhorn.
Uh-huh.
And he flamed out.
Yeah. It happens.
But you know what's good, Jason, is the fact that I see all these beautiful colors so clearly now. And I love it. Beautiful. That blue is just striking. Bam.
Columbia blue has never been described as striking.
Striking. It's beautiful.
The red?
I love it. No, the blue.
Yeah?
The blue. You know what else is awesome? Is the fact that I can look at this computer screen right now. I have no glasses on.
This is true.
You have glasses on.
Fight me.
I don't have to wear glasses anymore, thanks to my friends at Parkhurst New Vision. It is the 2-week anniversary of my lens replacement surgery, and I'm so happy. I tell you what, things just get clearer and clearer and clearer. I'm in a restaurant last night. I can read it. It was dark. I can read it. No problem. It was fantastic. Parkhurst New Vision is the way to go. Look, if you're tired of the glasses, tired of the readers, give my friends at Parkhurst New Vision a call. The number is 210-585-2020. You can also check them out online at sanantoniolasik.com. Now, for a variety of services like the lens replacement surgery I got, you can also get LASIK there, cataract surgery as well. The good thing about it is the moment I walked through the door, I honestly felt like I was their only patient. They took great care of me and checked out my eyes thoroughly to make sure I was a candidate before they did anything. Then they decided that my left eye was near perfect. It was the right eye that needed the help, and that's the only eye that they did. It is fantastic. I can't wait to go back in there in a couple of weeks and get it all fine-tuned, and that's the beauty of it. They can tune that thing while it's in your eye. Parkhurst New Vision. They have completely changed my life. If you want them to change yours, give them a call. 210-585-2020, or you can get them online at sanantoniolasik.com.
It's 1,400 miles to training camp. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Beginning Monday, the guys are on the road again. This time, San Antonio sports star travels to Cowboys training camp in Oxnard, California.
Deep down the right side. Oh, it's caught.
With the full support of AA Best Bail Bonds, providing complete backup for any of those things that happen while on the road. Nobody provides better coverage of training camp than 94.1 San Antonio sports star.
Left side of the end zone. Touchdown.
We'll hear from the players, coaches, be right in the middle of the media frenzy, and of course, hear from owner Jerry Jones.
We get to suck on that all week.
It's Cowboys training camp, live from Oxnard, California, presented by AA All Batch Pork Rinds, Texas Cheer Liquor, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, and sasportstar.com.
Staples has big savings on everything you need for back to school or stocking up the office. Save on signs, banners, and posters expertly printed by Staples Print and Marketing Services. Save on the latest tech and tech total support plans to keep your new or existing PC running right. Plus, save on all your back to school essentials from notebooks to markers. And right now at Staples, you can save even more with $10 off your in-store purchase of $50 or more. Get everything for the office and the classroom for less at Staples. N729. In-store only. Exclusions apply.
If you're hiring, it can feel like trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. Like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Now try ZipRecruiter free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/FREE.
Water coming in and out of your home is like laughter. Here in San Antonio in the Hill Country, it can be harsh. Now that's harsh. At the same time, those that know have a Connecticut quality water softener enjoy this. Smooth, soft, pure, clean water. The difference is astounding. Hard water, soft water. If you don't have a Connecticut water softener in your home, you're basically inviting destructive hard water to beat up your appliances, hot water heater, and every pipe in your home. And that's no laughing matter. This is Chris Knippa with Connecticut and San Antonio in the Hill Country. Call me for a free in-home evaluation at 656-PURE. Right now, get 0% interest on a Connecticut system. I'll even let you try the Connecticut water softener for 90 days, absolutely free. Connecticut is simply the best water softener you can buy, and that's why we say it's the last water softener you'll ever own. Don't live with. Live with.
The last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE. Connecticut.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com. Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds are one of the boldest, protein-packed, and low-carb snacks out there. And with flavors that will have you craving for more, you'll want to stock up on Southern Recipe small batch at your local H-E-B. Pick up your favorite flavors of Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds today. Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Be big, be bold, be adventurous. Find your flavor at southernrecipesmallbatch.com.
Not all pizza places are the same. Mellow Mushroom originated hand-tossed, stone-baked classic Southern pizza. Not in the mood for pizza? Order a calzone, hoagie, sandwich, burger, or a mellow salad and see how care goes into every item on the menu. Take your pick from 24 draft beers and or handcrafted cocktails. And many of the pizzas can be made gluten-free or vegan. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
If you're hit by a car, truck, or commercial vehicle, you need help with vehicle repairs, car rental, medical care, Davis Law Firm can help get your life back on track. For over 25 years, we have secured important verdicts and settlements for our clients, some in the millions of dollars. I'm Jeff Davis. If you were in a car or truck wreck or hit by a commercial vehicle, call the Fours right now. Call me at 444-4444. You got it. There's only one number to remember, and that's 4. Attorney consultation by appointment only. Davis Law Firm, San Antonio. Davis Law Firm is a proud official partner, personal injury attorney of the San Antonio Spurs.
Let me let you in on a little secret. Companies make shave oil and they make beard oil. Now you could make one product that does both, but they'd prefer to put it in 2 different bottles and charge you twice. At Toro Cosmeceuticals, we make a clean product that you can use for either one or both. Want something that nourishes and hydrates your beard? It works for that. Want a clean, smooth shave, free from those nasty razor bumps? It does that too. Toro Cosmeceuticals Shave and Beard Oil. You can buy it individually or in a handy bundle that also includes a fantastic after-shaving toner. It smells nice and is alcohol-free, so it doesn't burn when you put it on. It also contains anti-aging properties, soothing ingredients, and helps to balance the oils in your face. Toro Cosmeceuticals, skincare for all men. Go to toroskincare.com. 20 to get 20% off your first purchase. ToroSkincare.com.
Tuesday on R&R in the morning. That second R returns. That's right. Rudy is back in the saddle. Is Zach Martin under contract yet? Jerry, write the check. Now back to the Blitz. Jason and Joe in the same room. Hey, babies, I'm glad y'all gave me my own bedroom. We're all going to sleep better for this.
You just call those babies?
It won't matter because he gets up so damn early. We'll probably still be up when he leaves for work.
This is true.
Yeah, so
I mean, past experience
exactly.
says so.
So when he's getting up at 2:00 in the morning, we'll just be going to bed.
See, you can't say that out loud.
You can't?
Your wife might be listening.
Oh, well,
we
matter.
work hard and we crash early.
Of course. Well, if we're in the house, sitting on the beach,
I mean,
it's all good.
We go to bed early, catch up on our reading.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do a little charity work while we're out there.
And I know your wife better than that. She doesn't believe one single syllable of what you just said.
You know, about 8:00. It's 10:00 here.
Yeah,
we're about to turn in too. All right, good night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure she believes that. Like Wiki. Is that Wiki One on our YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Says thanks to Park New Vision, Parkhurst New Vision, by the way.
I get it right.
Now Joe can see who's on his lawn. And you damn right. Off my lawn. So I don't have to yell at that much. So if I know that it's, somebody that doesn't need to get off the lawn, but now I can see them.
That made no sense. Because in your mind,
trying to go with the theme.
Everybody needs to get off your lawn.
People that don't agree with me, yes.
I mean,
get off my lawn.
On the text line, Roger, in all caps, Joe is a cowboy hater.
Have we talked about the Cowboys today?
Also, Joe is a traitor. Jason, give him hell.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and most people on the text line disagree with Joe on the throwback uniform.
No, that's really not
in
true,
fact,
actually.
0293, New York were the Titans as well.
Yes, they were.
I forgot about that.
Uh-huh.
Do the Jets go all
Sure.
Titans every now and then? But they just wear that ugly-ass uniform. You don't even know what it is because it's not recognizable.
I kind of like the Jets uniforms.
The new ones?
Sure.
Like what they're wearing now?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
When you see Aaron Rodgers in that, it looks like a Halloween costume.
Well, Aaron Rodgers looks like a Halloween costume, period. But I'm just saying all of them. I like those uniforms. There are some uniforms that are nice. There's some uniforms that are nice.
Yeah.
And I like the Jets.
Do the Lakers throw back to Minneapolis, St. Paul?
They do.
And
Sometimes.
I know the Spurs have worn the Dallas Chaparrals throwbacks.
Uh-huh. When did that happen?
Well, not long ago, actually. You could Google it. I was upset about that.
Why?
Well, because I looked at them and I thought we were playing as Austin Westlake.
Look, I mean, the Chaps are a part of the Spurs history.
Yep.
So I'm not sure what this guy means on our text line.
Yeah.
0811. That's just bad parenting on Joe's folks' part.
Yeah.
What the hell does that mean?
Your parents didn't raise you right.
Oh, I see.
Because you're not a Cowboy fan.
I got you.
Your parents failed in raising you up right, I believe, is what the texter is saying. And
Okay. All right.
Because Joe was an Oiler fan.
I was an Oiler fan.
The ones that I think got raised up wrong is the kid from Texas that when all of y'all are Cowboy fans, I'm going to be a Steeler fan just because all you guys hate them.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to be a Redskin fan. Now, if you're from Washington, if you're from Pennsylvania, cool, that's your team. But the kid from San Antonio that just said, well, everybody here's a Cowboy fan, so who's your biggest rival? I'm going to root for them.
Yeah.
Just to be that guy?
And we've got a few of those, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we do.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they chime in, Redskin fans, or I'm sorry, Washington football team.
Oh, no, they were Redskins fans.
You know what is amazing to me? We went to the Cowboys Redskins game last year,
did.
and everybody there was a Redskin fan, had Redskin gear on.
Yes.
Everybody.
Yes. So it doesn't really matter what the team name is. You're going to wear what you want.
So I wonder if the new owner for Washington will throw back to the Redskins.
Well, that's against the rules now.
Apparently,
it's 2023.
Right? I guess
he can't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, but just think, after he changes the name again, they could throw back to the Commanders, to the WTFs. Yeah. I mean, they could have all kinds of the little Danny Snyders.
That would be good. The little Danny Snyders.
Yeah.
You could have all the helmets with a rug on top.
Yeah. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah, I think they're going to erase Danny Snyder from the history of the Washington, whatever they call them.
They're going to do everything they can to distance themselves from the ownership group.
That will be done.
Which means yet another new name.
Yeah, that's what they're already talking about. Because does anybody like the Commanders?
No.
Uh-oh.
Should we take this call, Pledge?
I would.
Oh, boy. David's going to give us a lesson on team loyalty.
Okay.
David, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man?
Well, you know, the loyalty part is second. First, my only quick question, the first question I had was going to listen to the topic all afternoon, is I think if you change the name, like i.e. like the Spurs, then that's the history. You know, the Titans should keep their own history as the Titans, and the Oilers have our own history. They are not the same team. That's just my opinion. But the second one that got me to call in and almost pile up 1604, how can you say that, you know, about the pit, you know, quoting, you know, I'm from San Antonio, so I can't like the Redskins or the Steelers. Okay, we'll do the same thing to you, who I understand if it cuts you bleed blue and silver. What if San Antonio got a team? Do you drop your Cowboy allegiance?
And David, I've said this many times on the air that, you know, everybody wants to say Jerry would keep a team from San Antonio. And I don't believe that to be true, partly because Jerry has said that to me personally, but also when he was still alive, Bob McNair was on this show one time. And at the time, chairman of the finance committee. And that is when Red McCombs was courting big time Davis's kid, Mark. And they were talking about a team here, and there was another time, but McNair was like, no, I mean, an AFC team coming to San Antonio would hurt Houston. It's not going to affect Jerry because I'm still going to be a Cowboy fan first and every other Cowboy fan. Now, the San Antonio team would be the side chick team. But my kid who's 24, all right, her kid would grow up as a San Antonio fan, not give up the Cowboy allegiances. Does that make sense?
It does, but it doesn't. You know, I would keep the Cowboys as Sancha, and but my team would be whatever San Antonio is. I'm not.
See, I'll support San Antonio, but my team loyalties would be with the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, I've grown up that way. That's not going to change. Just like I look at Houston as kind of a side chick team. You know, I like them.
The Texans?
Yeah.
Please.
I mean, but I like them. I follow them. I pay attention to them. But I'm not wearing
David,
their shirt.
All I want you to do is be careful on 1604, pal.
You ain't lying right now.
Yeah. And say go Cowboys.
No, I can't do that.
Yes, you can. Come on, say it with me, David. Go Cowboys.
I have a pure. I'll go Cowboys till November, and then I pull out whatever shirt, you know, my Chiefs shirt or who's ever winning at the time, because I'm just a.
Wait, hold on. You wanted to give us a lesson on team loyalty, and you got 9 different shirts?
He's a bandwagoner.
I do not live in Dallas. I bleed black and silver. You know, if you want to talk about what color I bleed. I drove to the south side, got me some fish, and got me a picture next to me. So that's what I believe.
I got you. In the basketball conversation, that makes sense. In the NFL conversation,
David. Be careful out there.
Say go Cowboys. Like my Uber driver last night from the airport. Guy's got a Cowboys hat on his dashboard, but a Kansas City Chiefs shirt over his chair. And I was like, you know, even my wife was like, "So who are you a fan of?" And he's like, "I became a fan of the Chiefs Eagles in the Super Bowl, and I just haven't taken the thing off. Plus, it's a good conversation starter." I mean, David wants to call in about team loyalty, and he sounds like Mr. Bandwagon himself.
Well, when it comes to football, he really doesn't have a team.
Yeah.
In the NFL, he's got the Spurs. That's his team.
Let's go Cowboys. And his
That's
team,
the Spurs.
My team is whoever's playing Dallas.
Exactly.
Which is what you say when your team sucks. So we hear that a lot from Texans fans.
Exactly. You either love the Cowboys or you hate them. I mean, there's really no in between.
And as Jerry will say, both are great for business.
Absolutely.
Now, what's not good for Jerry's business? Zach Martin not being on the team playing. We'll update you on what we know about the start of Cowboys training camp as we continue here on the Blitz. It's not the time of year where you want your AC to go out. If you're having problems at the house with your AC or plumbing issues, there is one company to call, and that is Quartermoon Plumbing, Heating, and AC at 210-651-5899, 651-5899. At Quartermoon, they are experts at worst-case scenarios, big jobs, small job, residential, or commercial. Their service trucks are fully stocked, and they have all the equipment needed for any job. They do not have commissioned sales reps. They'll provide estimates and second opinions, and they have a great experienced staff that has earned an A-plus ranking with the Better Business Bureau. 210-651-5899, 651-5899, or online, quartermoonplumbing.com.
It's R&R in the morning.
Tuesday on R&R in the morning. Zach Martin's contract better be done. We're also talking NBA. Has Dame landed anywhere, and has Wemby put on any weight? We'll tell you whether he needs to put it on or not. It is training camp time, and the NFL is busy. So are we. The party starts at 6.
It's your wake-up call. R&R in the morning, 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Have you Googled yourself lately? Are there negative posts from an ex-employee or from a former client? Maybe an outdated news article or sensitive personal information about your family? Search engines don't always get it right. For right or wrong, it's your reputation on the line. That's where Reputation Defender by Norton comes in. One of the most trusted names in online reputation repair. Reputation Defender has been fixing people's search results for over 15 years. Their cutting-edge approaches help you to wipe away unwanted information in your search results. They also promote the good stuff, so that it rises to the top, helping you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. Take control with Reputation Defender. You can start by getting your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com. or call 800-401-6681 to speak to an expert. That's 800-401-6681.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles, with an auto warranty about to expire, or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost, month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-613-7356 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-613-7356. That's 800-613-7356. What do you have to lose? Call 800-613-7356. Again, 800-613-7356.
Do you have heart failure and often hear,
"Those stomach issues ruined your birthday"?
"You're too tired to play catch, Grandpa"?
Sweetie, you haven't touched your tools since the carpal tunnel syndrome diagnosis.
if these seemingly unrelated symptoms sound familiar, talk to your cardiologist. Ask about transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy, or ATTR-CM, a rare and underdiagnosed disease that gets worse over time. Learn more at connecttoyourheart.com. That's connecttoyourheart.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
If this were a Reese's TV ad, you'd be staring at a Reese's peanut butter cup. And sure, my voice is peanut buttery smooth, but still, you need to see the peanut butter cups, right? No? I can really just say Reese's and you'll go get some? Okay. Reese's. 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 Really working, actually. Reese's. Reese's. I'm on to something. Reese's. Reese's. Reese's.
For adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who are candidates for stomach or phototherapy, now there's Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months, and Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Nothing and me go hand in hand. Nothing on my skin, that's my new plan. Nothing is everything.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, you could achieve 90% clear skin. Ask your doctor about the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Joe Reinagel, Jason Minix, The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is The Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. You can always be a part of the show. Dial up 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. You can call or text, or you can tweet or thread at Joe Reinagel 210, at Jason Minix, at SA Sports Star. And I believe it's still Twitter. I know Elon wants to make it X, although as I'm reading on Twitter, apparently Microsoft owns the trademark for X. Just the letter X. And
Really?
What I'm seeing on Twitter, if you can believe what you read on the internet, March 4th, 2003 is when Microsoft Corporation filed for and got the just the letter X.
Who the hell does that?
Well, Microsoft.
Man,
they did that in 2003.
That's why they're rich and we're not.
I mean, so if you want a corporation or you want to call something just X, now because on my Twitter, at least on the laptop, there's an X in the top left-hand corner. So I guess the branding has already started changing.
I don't see an X.
I
got TweetDeck up.
Well, okay. See.
Oh, I see where you're talking about.
But I'm curious now. Do I have to change my business card? Because on my business card, it's got like the little tweet bird, and it says at Jason Minix.
Now, see and look, obviously he's a smart guy, right?
Yeah.
He's a bazillionaire. But I mean, that just doesn't go. When you've been calling something Twitter, and then you want to change to X.
Well, I think the name is still Twitter, right? It's just the logo is no longer a little bird. It's the letter X.
Oh, okay.
So, but Twitter, at least right now, we're not changing that.
Okay.
And then, it says tweet, and the little bird has gone off everything. R.I.P. little bird.
Well, Lucas comes into our text line.
Yeah.
That and he's giving us some knowledge. He says it's most likely for Xbox, the video game console from Microsoft.
That would make sense.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Now, see, that's how we're reasonable people. You give us a good argument.
It all makes sense.
Throw some facts
right?
down. Sure.
Yeah. So, Zach Martin watch.
Zach Martin watch. Zach Martin watch.
God, I hope he's soon so we don't have to hear that too much.
Talk about overproduced stuff. That's great.
About 1:30. Hey, Pledge, we need a Zach Martin watch sound effect.
Zach Martin watch. Zach Martin watch.
So, Zach wasn't on the team plane today.
No, he wasn't on the team plane at all.
Not a big deal.
No, it's not.
Because it's not mandatory that you fly on your own. A lot of players might already be in Oxnard.
Could be, like D-Law. He's there.
Is he already there?
He's already there getting a house for his family.
So, last time, was last year? 2 years ago. When were they on when were the Cowboys last on Hard Knocks?
Guys,
2 years ago?
Was it after COVID or before?
Dude, I don't know.
I think it was. Dude, I don't know.
All I know is his family's Airbnb beach house was far from ours, right? 2 years ago.
So what does that mean? Did he come over for barbecues or?
I'm just saying that, a lot of guys go out there early.
Yes.
Take the kids to Disneyland before daddy's got to go to work.
D-Law did that.
It
apparently.
happens.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have to report to the Marriott in Oxnard until tomorrow.
Yep.
So for Zach Martin's sake, I'm sure he's either got a plane reservation for tomorrow or he's not coming.
Yeah. Now, thanks to Todd Archer from ESPN, I got a little nugget.
Yeah?
When it comes to Zach Martin.
Let's hear it.
In 2002,
Cowboys
signed Larry Allen, then 31 years old, to a 6-year, $37 million deal that made him among the highest paid offensive linemen, despite having 2 years left on his contract.
So there's history.
There's history that says if you're a badass offensive lineman, you got 2 years left on your deal, you tell Jerry you're not happy, he will make you happy.
Well, so why hasn't Jerry done this already? I mean, as soon as this, apparently they've been talking since the combine. Why hasn't Jerry made this happen? He could have made it all go away. This would have never come out.
Timing?
Timing for what?
I don't know. I mean, timing? I think it could all be timing. We've got they need to do something with Dak. And if they do something with Dak, that frees up. When is Diggs going to get his deal? What about CeeDee Lamb? And now you got Zach Martin in that conversation as well.
You got Terrence Steele.
But
who's the other one? Biotic?
Well, I look at, like a Terrence Steele, a Tyler Biotic. Those guys are going to get what they're going to get from their normal. I mean, I think they're fine, right? But when you look at what is CD going to get, what is Diggs going to get, how much is that going to cost you? But you're going to spread that out over, years. And now you've thrown in Zach Martin. And again, while it was a surprise to us, it wasn't a surprise to Jerry or Steven.
This didn't come out of the clear blue sky.
Or Zach, although I'm sure Zach was hoping something would be done ahead of time. And that hasn't happened yet. But also, Jerry needs something to talk about tomorrow during the State of the Cowboys.
Well, that's every question is going to be that.
Well, and again, I think he would rather talk about that than, neighbors in Oxnard mad that he built a big old tent.
I think Jerry's happy about that.
I mean, Jerry would rather talk about getting Zach Martin a deal than why is Jimmy not going into the Ring of Honor this year. So I think there are things that he is putting in place to deflect questions. So Zach Martin, and then it's an easy fix and he becomes the hero.
Well, I would I'm spitballing here, but knowing the Dallas media, the Jimmy question will come up, regardless of what else is going on.
But it will end up with the Zach Martin answer.
I'm just saying.
I mean,
it will happen.
What happens first, Jimmy in the Ring of Honor or Zach Martin get paid?
Yeah, well,
right?
That's an easy one.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, Zach Martin's going to get paid.
Yeah.
He's going to get paid, and he's going to be the highest paid offensive lineman in the league again. Because that's what he deserves.
It is what he deserves. Although I'm curious to see if they would jump him up at his age to a contract that big.
Well, then what do you think? Why wouldn't they? I mean, he's only 32.
He's only 32.
Doesn't have injury issues.
No, he's missed 8 games in his entire career. The question is, does he get a new contract for this year? Because this year he's right around 14 million. Or do they give him a new contract that starts in 2 years?
No.
That escalates up.
No, they'll rip this one up
yeah. But again, if you're the Cowboys, do you sign him to a 3 or 4 year deal that starts when that other one extends?
No, I don't think so, and I don't think that's what Zach wants. Zach doesn't want to wait 2 years to get his raise.
Would he? Well, I mean, but if that takes him from 2 years of job security to 5 or 6.
I don't think Zach really cares about that. He just knows his value.
All these guys care about that.
He wants his money now. If I'm Zach's agent, I'm saying we're ripping up this thing and we're going to start over. Give us a 3 or 4 year deal. Look, I don't see Zach Martin playing into his 40s. He wants one more good deal. 4 years, 100 million.
Honestly, he could play into his 40s if he stays healthy.
Perhaps.
I mean, he could be like that Jason Peters guy that came in.
I just don't see Zach doing that. Some guys know when to quit. I mean, they do.
Yeah.
And I look at him as one of those guys.
I mean, he's got a 99 Madden rating. Give me 10 more years of that, buddy.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
That's why you tear up this contract and you start over. And you give him a 3 or 4 year deal.
Yeah, I think it's the Cowboys, so it's going to be 5.
Okay.
I mean, honestly,
but you're not going to start that after 2 years. I mean, then he'll be 30 because you're going to pay him till he's 40.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you're the Cowboys, and that's the question: does Zach want to be the highest paid guy? Now
he does,
or is he looking for more years as job security?
Well, I think
and at this point in your career, if I'm a player, I would almost rather have more years.
Well, it depends. Are they guaranteed years? That's the thing.
Well, it depends on what the bonuses say.
It's got to be guaranteed money.
Well,
if you're going to go that long.
Well, I mean, yeah, what is the guaranteed part of that new contract? But and Zach seems like a team player. I do something like that because then the Cowboys have plenty of time to make sure that that's factored into the budget, where this year that wasn't factored into the budget.
Well, they've known about it for a while. They should have taken care of it already, and whatever they're going to do.
I mean, I found out in February at the Combine, but this year's budget was set last year or the year before that as they were signing deals. The phrase that you always hear from Stephen Jones when you're talking about contracts is keeping them on schedule.
Well, sure.
Right? So now you got one on schedule, it screws up the budget.
Well, it does, but you look at that budget and you say, who would I rather have?
I know.
Zach Martin or Trayvon Diggs?
This app, we're going to cancel that subscription. We're going to cancel that because I got to pay that guy.
That's exactly right.
That's exactly what it is.
Sincerely, and question, if you got to choose between those two guys, who are you taking?
Who?
Diggs or Zach Martin?
Zach Martin.
Okay. Then that's what you got to start looking at. Cowboys got a lot of work to do over the next 2 years when it comes to free agents.
They do.
A lot.
They do.
So that's what makes this year that much more important, I think, for the Dallas Cowboys. Because you could say their window is going to remain open next year, the year after that. But to me, that window is wide open right now.
It's interesting because you look at as the Cowboys start training camp and the team plane, has it landed yet?
Yes.
So it's officially in.
It is there.
At the Navy base there at Point Magoo.
Well, I'm not sure. They actually flew into LAX, according to WFAA.
They flew into LAX?
That's what he said.
Well, that's kind of random.
Dude, I don't know. I'm not there. Just telling you.
Because normally they fly into the Navy base.
They do.
Oh, maybe the runway wasn't available.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
WFAA in Dallas is reporting that they landed at LAX.
Huh. Well, that is different.
It's different.
And Zach wasn't on there?
Nobody said he was.
Okay.
Well, they said he was not when the plane took off. So unless he magically appeared or somebody beamed him up, I don't think he was there when they landed.
He's a talented guy.
Yeah.
But...
Beam me up, Scotty.
All right. So the plane is in California.
That's correct.
So they're not in Oxnard yet because they're stuck in LA traffic.
Apparently.
Yeah. Although I'm sure the buses get a police escort.
Oh,
do
sure.
they take the highway or do you think they go up the PCH?
Now they take the highway. PCH is too crowded, especially this time of year.
Oh, but the Cowboys have bust down that thing before. I mean, because they're the Cowboys. I mean, it's scenic route. It depends on if they're doing a TV show or not. Remember that year they took the train down to San Diego for a preseason game? You know, just so DeMarco Murray and Tony Romo could play dominoes on the plane for Hard Knocks.
Mike Leslie, it 1 hour ago.
Yeah.
Dallas Cowboys have landed at LAX.
So as you think about the Cowboys, as they have arrived in California, getting ready to start training camp, what do you really think the ultimate end result is for the Cowboys this season? USA Today has their predictions this year out today. Who's going to the Super Bowl? What is every team's record going to be? And if you're a Cowboy fan, you're going to be mad at the USA today.
So you're mad.
I think they're full of crap. That's a BS. Oh, come on. We'll get into that as we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, I want to tell you about something I started about 10 days ago, and I'm absolutely loving it. It's called Toro Cosmeceuticals, and it's just for guys. It's affordable, and you need to take care of your skin. You do. I was told a long time ago when I first started in TV by a makeup artist that, hey, you better start taking care of your skin or you're going to regret it when you get older. And boy, she was absolutely right. But I never could find anything that I liked, so I was using generic stuff all the time. Well, now I have finally found the products that, I mean, really, it's a game changer. It's luxury skincare. It's just for men. And yes, it is affordable. Everything you need, from face wash to moisturizer, toner, eye cream. They've got shave and beard oil. Feels great going on, but it can actually repair your skin. That's a bonus. You're going to look healthier, and yeah, you will look younger. Toro is simply a game changer. It's an experience, and it's all for guys. It's working for me, and I know it's going to work for you as well. To get you started, Toro's offering you 20% off. Go check them out at toroskincare.com. When you see what you like, and you will, enter the code Joe. Again, 20% off. toroskincare.com. Enter the code Joe. Fellas, it's time to treat yourself because, well, you deserve it.
It's $1,400 to training camp. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Beginning Monday, the guys are on the road again. This time, San Antonio sports star travels to Cowboys training camp in Oxnard, California.
Deep down the right side. Oh, it's caught.
With the full support of AA Best Bail Bonds, providing complete backup for any of those things that happen while on the road. Nobody provides better coverage of training camp than 94.1 San Antonio sports star.
Left side of the end zone. Touchdown.
We'll hear from the players, coaches, be right in the middle of the media frenzy, and of course, hear from owner Jerry Jones.
We get to suck on that all week.
It's Cowboys training camp, live from Oxnard, California. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, Texas Cheer Liquor, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, and sasportstar.com.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. Okay, easy now. You're teaching your kid how to parallel park. Ouch! Turns out he likes to do it by feel. Don't worry, eBay Motors has bumpers, taillights, trunk lids, license plate holders, 122 million parts. Pull up just a little bit. And headlights. They've got lots of headlights. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Okay, next time you're at the store, I dare you to not think about the unmistakable fresh, clean scent of Irish Spring. Yeah, you heard me. I want you to resist picturing a shower filled with those sensational Irish Spring suds. And if you succeed, well, you got what my gramps used to call resolutitude. Not a real word, but let's be honest, you're probably going to end up leaving with Irish Spring because of its irresistible scent and because you have zero resolutitude. Pick up Irish Spring today.
Energy companies raising your rates and then telling you to reduce your usage? Don't reduce, produce. At Roof Fix Solar Energy, take charge of your energy costs and keep your home as cool as you want. Sign today and we'll pay your utility bill until your solar's installed. Plus, capture a 30% tax credit and a $600 rebate. That's no money out of pocket and never pay a high utility bill again. Call 210-454-2400 or visit rooffixsa.com.
Roof Fix, home of the low price guarantee. Now is the best time to buy a Connecticut water softener. With current models being closed out to make way for the new ones, you can save big. Call Connecticut at 656-PURE and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you. That's 656-PURE.
It can happen in an instant. A car accident can change your life forever. From serious injuries to mounting medical bills to battling insurance companies, accidents make life harder than it should be. If you've been in an accident, George Salinas Injury Lawyers are here for you. They're local, experienced, and ready to fight for results that make a difference. If you've been injured, don't call just any lawyer. Call George Salinas Injury Lawyers at 210-225-0909 or visit georgesalinas.com.
George gets justice.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone consultation today. Call 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
From the George Salinas Personal Injury Attorney Studios, this is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville. KTFM Floresville. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Big Major League Baseball series begins tonight. The Astros are 3 games back of the Texas Rangers in the AL West. Those teams start up a 3-game series tonight. You can catch it right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 6:30, beginning with the pregame. Cowboys have landed in Los Angeles, and Zach Martin was not on the team flight. He wants a new contract and has suggested he may sit out of camp. We're talking about it. The Blitz continues.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the 3rd time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Glad to have you along. If you're listening on 94.1, we appreciate you. If you're watching on YouTube at the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel, subscribe to that. Thank you for that as well. If you're listening on an app, however you're listening. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Absolutely. Chase Cole on YouTube comments, you really expect me to believe that Joe uses premium face cream.
Yeah, you know, Chase. You know. It's okay. You can be a little jealous. It's all right, buddy. I never spit it out.
Wow, Pledge. And you were a little late on hitting that button.
He wasn't sure which one to use.
Well, actually, I could see Pledge, so I knew a drop was coming, which is why I paused. I saw him hit the screen twice and then realized he didn't have the lever up. So then he had to pot up and then hit it again. So on the 3rd time, he finally got it to say what he wanted it to say.
Another long day for Pledge, though. He was in for Rudy this morning on R&R in the morning.
Is Rudy coming back to work?
He's back tomorrow, I believe.
Although, look, It's all on Pledge.
Uh-huh.
Right? I mean, that is all on Pledge volunteering. It's like Friday when I did the morning show. Pledge, you don't really have to wake up that early. I can do it. No, I'll be there. You know, Rob.
He enjoys his job.
Absolutely. he enjoys pissing off Rob.
Oh.
I heard that this morning.
Yeah, did he piss off Rob?
Well, so I know Rob very well.
Right.
And I can tell when Rob is getting pissed off.
Uh-huh.
And it never fails that about an hour and a half with Pledge, and I didn't hear anything till after the 8 o'clock hour, right? But Rob has that distinct tone,
right?
That you know he's ready to turn this car around.
So
and send Pledge to bed without dinner.
What irritated Rob this morning?
It's Pledger. Who knows? I mean,
Just
I can give you a
anything.
litany of.
Okay.
Well, at one point, Rob was trying to go to break.
Uh-huh.
He had a wonderful tease, which was
Yeah.
great for Rob. He had this great tease, and Pledge kept poking the bear, which ruined the whole thing about lists and this and that,
Gotcha.
and
Okay.
now this and that, and I could just tell Rob was like, just shut the.
Love it. You go, Pledge.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Anybody go see the Barbie movie this weekend?
No. But
hold on. Anybody willing to admit they went and saw the Barbie movie this weekend? 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776.
So Maggie and I were going to go to the movies last night. She bought tickets for the movie The Sound of Freedom.
Okay.
And bought them well in advance and told me about it like middle of last week. I said, well, babe, we're not going to be here. We're going to Eagle Pass.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, oh, that's right. So we go by there on Saturday to see if the theater would be nice enough to give us our money back. And they did. They were nice. But I'm sitting there. Maggie walks inside. And I've never seen so many young ladies in pink dresses come out of the movie theater in my whole life.
There was a lot of dress up for
Yes.
this movie, which our house anymore. She lives in Phoenix, and she'll
Uh-huh.
be 25 in a month.
Right.
Totally off my radar that this is going on or it's a dress up thing. But the amount of people, groups that you've seen out, and let me tell you, Scottsdale and the bar district there in Scottsdale is you've got to be very careful, right? You know, because your head could be on a swivel, if you know what I mean. And that's just
Yeah, I got you.
that's
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah,
normal
Sure.
Scottsdale,
Right.
And it's a popular destination for
Uh-huh.
bachelorette parties. I believe Scottsdale and Nashville
Yeah.
have become like so. The number of bachelorette parties that we saw this weekend that had some sort of Barbie movie theme,
I'm sure,
was insane.
I think Rudy had his reunion he went to had a Barbie theme.
Was that on purpose or was that an accident?
I don't know, but
because I mean, Rudy's family reunion is a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, but I mean, it's planned like it ended today. Tomorrow, the planning committee's working on next year.
Rudy looked good in his pink skirt.
Well, I mean, but he always does.
Ah, well, true.
I mean, his wife dresses him.
It was crazy though, because I'm just sitting there looking and I'm like, all these people are dressed up like Barbie.
Yeah.
So, hey, whatever. I don't care. Have a good time. I'm glad to see movie theaters.
Yeah.
You know, people having fun when they go back to the movie theater. That's
Although,
good.
What I'm curious of, because I'm not a big movie goer,
Uh-huh.
right? I think the Elvis movie and/or Top Gun was the last movies. I know those are the last two I saw in the theater. I don't know which was first.
Top Gun was the last one I saw.
All right.
Maverick.
Did Elvis come out after Top Gun?
I don't remember. I think he was before.
I don't know.
I think it was before.
I don't go to the movies often enough,
Uh-huh.
right? Maybe I saw something else. I don't remember. But from what I hear, it's actually a good movie.
What, Barbie?
Yes.
Oh.
I was told by my kid,
my
daughter this weekend in Phoenix, that actually I think you'd probably like the movie. Like, well, and she was like, I wasn't expecting much because she works at a radio station out there, and they did this big movie premiere, and everybody had to dress up and all that kind of stuff. And she was kind of like, eh. And then she watched the movie. She's like, I need to go watch it again because it was that good.
But I mean, you're right when you ask, and obviously nobody's chimed in on this anywhere. But I mean,
collecting dust over here. 210-656-ESPN. If you're willing to admit, you can be anonymous.
I'm just saying. I mean, if I'm sitting here and say, hey, Jason, guess what, buddy? Whoa, can't wait. Let's go see Barbie tonight. What do you say?
Oh man, I've got to clean the tile grout.
Exactly.
Guest bathroom.
I mean, it's not exactly something guys might admit to, although maybe you will.
Well, but I mean, it's not like you're like, hey guys, let's go see Magic Mike. I mean, that's completely different.
Well, that's different.
But I mean, because that's a movie geared towards get all the girls together and have a girls' night, right?
Right, exactly.
And that's what I thought this was, but I'm hearing otherwise. So I'm curious, guys, if you're willing to admit. Not that I'm going to run out and go to the movie theater, but next week when we're in Oxnard, I mean, maybe it's something that we do as a group.
Oh, yeah. And we'll all wear our pink skirts and walk right
they
in.
Don't have to be pink skirts.
Why not? I mean, you got to get with the
I mean, you could wear a polo.
A pink
one?
one?
I mean, you've got pink shorts.
You
could wear those.
I do. Yeah.
That would work out.
I could do that.
It could work out.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying.
Okay. Well, hey, maybe.
You
see Spence wearing his pink skirt?
I just want to see everybody's reaction in our pre-trip meeting that we're having on Wednesday. That when that gets suggested, that one of our group
I'm not going to
nights,
suggest that
one of our group nights is that. Now Tim, he needs to go to an early matinee.
Well, he's got on a pink shirt right now. He's ready.
See? Because he saw Barbie over the weekend.
Yeah, he must have.
I mean, it must have been a freebie from a radio station.
Well, he had nothing to do in Houston last night, so
that poor dude. He got screwed over by the airline last night. He went to go visit his mom in South Carolina. Flying back, there was a delay. He was going to miss his connecting.
Yeah.
So I guess they gave him some options, which meant a trip. I don't know, Atlanta, Antonio, and you don't have to get off the plane. Well, that wasn't true because there was no plane to San Antonio last night. So hotel, same clothes, and then an early flight this morning. Awful
that's
travel
awful.
day.
Yes.
Somebody is, if he's still here, I don't know. He could leave work whenever.
Oh, he is. Or will his doors open anyway?
He's somebody's getting a pound of flesh later. He's about to go all Karen on the 1-800 Southwest number.
Well, hey, I can't say anything because I didn't call them, but I wrote them a strongly worded tweet.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They do anything for you?
They could have, but I told the guy, I felt bad. I told the guy because he answered me.
Well, so the Southwest is great on social media.
Sure.
And you get more if you send them a direct message, which is what they want you to do.
Well, I just hit them in public.
Yeah.
Because
then they tell you, shoot us a DM and we'll figure things out.
The only thing that saved Southwest that day was that the bars in the Dallas airport stay open late.
Yeah.
So I was okay.
Exactly.
Look at
that. Let's go to the phone lines. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. On the screen, Chris says the Barbie movie was good. Chris, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man? Chris?
Hey, what's up, Jason? It's Chris. How are you guys this afternoon?
Doing well, man. Good. So you went to the Barbie movie?
I did. I went and saw it. I was supporting my fiance. She wanted to go see it, and I even wore a pink outfit just for her in the movie. And I'll tell you guys, as a guy, I went in and I kept an open mind about it and went in there. And I agree with your daughter, Minix. It was actually a really good movie. There were some really good humorous parts to it. And I recommend you guys check it out in California next week.
Well, we might be busy, but when it comes out on Netflix, maybe next July when there's nothing on. But all in all, not a bad movie. So if you went with your fiance, not with a group of guys, if your wife says, "Hey, go watch this movie," it won't be all that bad?
With a group of guys?
No.
Or, oh, I don't know about that. Yeah.
I think I know some of your groups of guys. Your group of guys. I think you guys would have a swell time.
Yeah. But overall, I did want to chime in and say it wasn't. If you're going with an open mind, it was definitely a pretty funny movie.
I'm proud of you, Chris, for going with your fiance. That was nice, man.
Fiance, you're still a newlywed, sorta.
Yeah.
I mean, there's things that you do that you have to do. I've got 28 years in. I don't have to go if I don't want to. In fact, if I don't want to, she probably doesn't want me to go because then I would bitch, right? But it's also one of those things that you go because it's going to be good for you later. You know what I mean?
Well, sure.
Yeah.
So you got to,
exactly.
take one for the team.
Yes.
And then
yes,
she can.
Yes. Wow.
I just found it fascinating, and I'm not opposed to that. Now, see, dads with daughters, like younger daughters, you got an excuse. I went and saw the Justin Bieber movie.
Yeah.
Same thing.
You really wanted to go, but come on, kid. I need you to go with me so I don't look like the creepy old guy.
You know what? I didn't want to go, but when I went, it was a damn good movie.
A lot of times that's how it works out.
So
it
I'm
really
sure
does.
the Barbie movie is that way also.
Although I wasn't expecting to hear that it was good or funny at times.
Well,
I'm not sure what I was expecting.
Did we mention that Margot Robbie's in there?
Well, there's that.
I'm just saying. Just saying.
What is the Cowboys' record going to be this year? USA Today has their predictions. We'll dive into all of those as we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. You know, injuries do happen, and when they do, you can skip the ER and get to an Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocation, sprains, strains, conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday. They have on-site x-ray casting and bracing. They have everything you need to treat your injury, but best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. So if you're injured, get to an Ortho Now Injury Clinic. Orthopedics and Spine. They are online at tsaog.com.
It's $1,400 to training camp. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Beginning Monday, the guys are on the road again. This time, San Antonio Sports Star travels to Cowboys training camp in Oxnard, California.
Deep down the right side. Oh, it's caught.
With the full support of AA Best Bail Bonds, providing complete backup for any of those things that happen while on the road. Nobody provides better coverage of training camp than 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Left side of the end zone. Touchdown.
We'll hear from the players, coaches, be right in the middle of the media frenzy, and of course, hear from owner Jerry Jones.
We get to suck on that all week.
It's Cowboys training camp, live from Oxnard, California. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, Texas Cheer Liquor, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, and sasportstar.com.
At Twin Peaks, we know our tequila. Life's too short to not celebrate National Tequila Day with top shelf spirits. Visit one of Twin Peaks' 4 San Antonio area locations today and celebrate National Tequila Day right. Order a shot of your favorite tequila dressed and chilled, or treat yourself and try something new. Twin Peaks has a full adventurous drink menu aimed to please, and don't forget about the 29-degree man-sized drafts. Celebrate National Tequila Day at the one and only Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, and scenic views.
Missions Baseball is back Tuesday night at Wolf Stadium. It's AARP $2 Tuesday, presented by San Antonio Sports Star. Gates open at 6 p.m. First pitch at 7:05. Go to samissions.com for tickets. We are San Antonio.
Energy companies raising your rates and then telling you to reduce your usage? Don't reduce, produce. At Roof Fix Solar Energy, take charge of your energy costs and keep your home as cool as you want. Sign today and we'll pay your utility bill until your solar's installed. Plus, capture a 30% tax credit and a $600 rebate. That's no money out of pocket and never pay a high utility bill again. Call 210-454-2400 or visit rooffixsa.com.
Roof Fix, home of the low price guarantee.
Listen to this station.
Reimagined, anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. Of course I use Mr. Clean Magic Eraser to clean tough messes off my stovetop and bathtub. But then I discovered I can also use it to easily clean my patio furniture and even my shoes. I'm hooked.
And when wipes won't cut it, I use Magic Eraser Sheets. They're thin and flexible erasers, perfect for everyday messes, like gunk on my counters and sinks. They really are magical.
The reviews are in. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser and Sheets make cleaning look easy.
With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Kind of like choosing Derek Jeter as the pinch hitter for your baseball team.
Jeter, you're in. We need a home run.
I'll give it a try. I've swung a bat once or twice.
That's out of here. Yep, even easier than that. With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
It's patio season, so get over to the Roo Pub at 281 and Redland Road to enjoy the great South Texas weather. As always, ice cold beer and specialty drinks, happy hour weekdays from 11 to 6, and the kitchen is open late until 2 a.m. every day. Add the Roo Pub into your lunch rotation with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. You know there is no better place to watch a game, and they always have all the fights. The Roo Pub, next to the Angry Elephant, 281 and Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Gomez Law Firm has been taking care of the people of San Antonio for almost 50 years, the leader in personal injury law. Jose, tell us a little bit more about what you do.
We do ride-sharing cases, 18-wheeler cases. Obviously, we've done those for very many years. Work injuries. We will be happy to take a look at and see if we can help.
If you have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then you need to visit joegomezlaw.com.
We've been around for almost 50 years, and we're not going anywhere.
Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
Tuesday on R&R in the morning. That second R returns. That's right. Rudy is back in the saddle. Is Zach Martin under contract yet? Jerry, write the check. Now back to the Blitz. Jason and Joe in the same room. Hey, babies, I'm glad y'all gave me my own bedroom. We're all going to sleep better for this.
Yeah, we certainly will. What Rob means by that is he's not going to have to share a room in Oxford. Right. That. Well, it depends on who is going to be his roommate. It wouldn't matter to me. I'm not sharing.
No kidding.
Joe Reinegel's not sharing.
There's plenty of room in this house, in the beach house this year.
Exactly.
So I don't think anybody's going to have to share unless they absolutely want to.
Absolutely. Ready to go. Our AA Best Bail Bonds Dallas Cowboys training camp coverage officially begins. We're a week from right now, a week from today, we'll be live in Oxnard on the tennis courts. Although the Cowboys have arrived in California.
Yeah.
We won't get out there for a couple more days because we got to go to Texas Cheer Liquor on Friday. We're going to be hosting the Blitz live Friday at Texas Cheer Liquor Store number 5, which is the one in Bernie, right off of Truss Road, because we got to stock up and get ready to go. They're one of our great training camp sponsors, as is Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds. Now, they sent us a bunch of pork rinds to take to Oxnard. Joe's already jumped into the bag.
Me? You see how many bags Sam has snagged since they arrived?
No. Has Sam snagged bags?
He has. At least 3 or 4.
3 or 4?
At least. Although he did do our great Zach Martin voiceover there.
Well, so. That's not worthy of, I mean, because we've got to take these to training camp.
Well,
these are training camp snacks from Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds.
I say that, and Sam can have whatever he wants.
Yeah. Now,
good dude.
Tomorrow, Jerry Jones will have his annual State of the Cowboys press conference, noon. You can listen to that live tomorrow right here on your home of the Dallas Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. We will bring it to you live tomorrow at noon o'clock. Tomorrow
That's right.
at noon o'clock.
Noon o'clock.
We are going to, we're coming in early for this because we got snacks here from Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds. So we're going to get through the Cowboys press conference. Of course, the reaction and everything on the Blitz.
Absolutely.
Obviously. But if you want to hear the Cowboys State of the Union press conference from Jerry, Keep it locked right here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. We will bring that to you live tomorrow. And the question is, how many Zach Martin questions do we get as we are on Zach Martin Watch? Or
Zach Martin Watch.
Fumble!
Zach Martin Watch.
Well, Zach Martin wants to get paid.
He does.
And the Cowboys want to have a great season. And I think for the Cowboys to have the great season, they need to make sure Zach Martin is happy and there.
Absolutely. And you know what? That was the weirdest thing about all of this. And apparently they've been talking for some time. And that Zach was upset because it seemed like the Cowboys, it just wasn't a priority for them. And so I think that's what is upsetting him more than anything. And so we'll see what happens. But you got to sign this guy. I don't care who's on the list or what the schedule is or whatever. If Zach Martin's not happy in an already thin offensive line, best offensive lineman in the league, future Hall of Famer, you got to pay this guy.
When I look at the Dallas Cowboys and what I think their season is going to be after what was a great offseason and draft for the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys had a hell of an offseason.
They did.
USA Today comes out with their predictions, and they've got the Dallas Cowboys going 9-8. And nowhere in there in their little write-up thingamajigger did they mention that Zach Martin isn't happy and might sit out. Because without a Zach Martin, 9-8, okay, maybe. But with Zach Martin, this is dumb by USA Today.
So
9-8.
What is your projection for the Cowboys?
10 or 11.
And we'll have to do this at some point in time.
It's in the rule book.
We'll get the schedule.
Yeah.
And go wins and losses.
We have it. But I mean, that's something that you do later. Now, they're first to come out with that I've seen of their season predictions, 9-8. And the reasons they give for 9-8 make me wonder whoever put this together, does he watch football? Did AI put this together, right? Because their schedule is nearly as brutal as Philly's, although they got Philly going 12-5. Micah Parsons is bulking up, the presumption so he can be more of a pass rusher. It writes, takes me back to 2013 when Von Miller bulked up to 270 and had his worst season as a pro. Well, Micah isn't bulking up anywhere near 270, right?
Well, and that's a stupid comparison.
It is. And Mike McCarthy wanting to run the damn ball.
That's another
without
thing.
Your sledgehammer Zeke Elliott, how are you going to run the ball? Dumb on a part of USA Today.
Well, that is dumb because nowhere have I heard Mike McCarthy say all they want to do is run the football. As this guy seems to think, they want to run it a little bit more, keep the defense on the sidelines as much as possible, keep them fresh, keep Dak out of trouble. But this guy makes it sound like they're going to run, every down.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous.
All right. So the USA Today going over their predictions. Eagles at 12-5, Cowboys at 9-8, Washington at 7-10, and the New York Giants at 6-11.
Well, a lot of that's going to depend on Saquon.
Yeah.
Is he playing or not? If he's not playing, then they may be right.
I don't think they care about Saquon being there or not. In fact, despite a feel-good 2022, when this decidedly average team did enough to qualify for a wild card berth and win a playoff game before getting thoroughly embarrassed by the Eagles, it was hard to get too enthused about Big Blue. Sounds like a just disgruntled Giants fan.
Yeah, this guy's just a disgruntled whatever. He must be an Eagles fan.
Yep. The NFC North, they've got the Lions going 11-6, the Bears at 7-10, Green Bay at 7-10, and Minnesota at 7-10.
Oh, wow.
Okay. In the NFC South, Saints at 9-8, Atlanta 9-8, Carolina 7-10, and Tampa Bay 5-12.
See, I disagree with that. I honestly think, and a lot depends on Bryce Young, but I think Carolina wins that division.
Well, I mean, New Orleans at 9-8. They got Derek Carr.
Come on.
I don't know. The NFC West, San Francisco 11-6, Seattle 10-7.
Okay.
The Rams 7-10. Arizona 2-15.
Well, that's one more than I thought they'd win.
Yeah, no Kyler Murray, right? In the AFC, in the East, they got the Bills at 13-4, the Jets at 12-5, Miami 11-6, New England 7-10.
Okay, it's hard to argue. Although Miami's hard to predict, and I say this hoping it doesn't happen. You just never know about Tua. You don't.
If he's healthy.
Yeah.
In the AFC North, Cincinnati at 12-5, Baltimore 11-6, Pittsburgh 11-6, the Browns at 10-7.
I disagree with that too.
Well,
I think the Browns are going to be much better. Although 10-7 is not a bad record.
10-7. I mean, everybody in that division has double-digit wins. AFC South, Jacksonville at 10-7, Tennessee at 8-9, Houston at 6-11, the Colts 4-13.
Okay.
The AFC West, Kansas City 11-6, Denver 10-7, Chargers 7-10, the Raiders at 3-14.
See, I disagree with a lot of this.
I do too. And this is USA today.
Yeah.
Right. In the playoffs in the NFC, you got your playoff and wild card teams are the Niners, Falcons, Lions, Cowboys, Seahawks, and Saints. In the divisional round, Lions, San Francisco, Philly, Seattle. So they've got the Cowboys losing to the Lions in the wild card round. The NFC Championship game, Philadelphia over Detroit.
They got the Lions going to the Super Bowl.
Apparently, they're still buying into last year's Hard Knocks hype when it comes to Dan Campbell and those Lions.
Well, no, look, I think the Lions win that division. I think they're the best team in that division. But are they good enough to go all the way to the Super Bowl? That I'm not sure about.
Well, the answer is no, according to USA Today. They'll lose in the NFC Championship game to Philadelphia.
Okay, so there you go.
Which I just literally said.
Well,
in the AFC,
dude, have you learned? I don't pay attention.
In the AFC playoff wild card are the Bengals, Dolphins, Chiefs, Ravens, Jets, and Jaguars. The divisional round, the Bengals beating the Chiefs and the Jets beating the Bills to set up an AFC championship game between the Jets and the Bengals.
Wow. Who wins?
The Jets.
The Jets.
The
Jets. Jets.
Beat the Bengals.
Jets.
And
so
then
the Jets and
lose
Eagles.
To the Eagles in the Super Bowl. They've got the Eagles winning Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas.
All right. Well, that would be an interesting Super Bowl to cover.
Wow.
Aaron Rodgers.
Look, it's Aaron Rodgers. It's the hype machine. I get all that. I wake up this morning, I'm watching ESPN, and I'm seeing a bunch of video. Now, granted, I give Greeny a pass a little bit when it comes to the Jets, right? But how excited do we really get over grainy video from a training camp catch?
We don't.
I mean,
is that what he's showing?
Oh my God!
This morning,
a hell of a catch.
Yeah,
but
who caught it?
It's training camp Wilson.
Okay,
right, which is going to be the combination.
Sure,
right. And the teammates up there seem to really like him. They got Aaron a nice new necklace with
well,
his number
nice.
on it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I mean it was nice.
Hey, well, look, the Jets are a pretty good team.
They
got
are
a good defense.
They are.
Super Bowl worthy. I don't know. We'll see.
What I'm curious though, they've got a new quarterback, right?
They do,
right? So let's take a Dallas storyline. How many hiccups are there going to be with Mike McCarthy calling plays now that there's a new offensive coordinator and you've got this new system? You know, how rough will it be until everybody gets on the same page? Storyline in Philadelphia, 2 new coordinators. How long is it going to take for them to get on the same page? New York, let's add in a whole new quarterback, man. No, it's clear sailing all the way to the Super Bowl. They'll be on the same page with no problem.
Well, he got his offensive coordinator. It's like he doesn't have to learn anything.
All right, but what about everybody else?
Well,
I mean, everybody. I mean, it's just funny that, you know, you look at teams with new coordinators or, you know, Derek Carr in New Orleans. How long until he can get on this? Like everybody that has new people, Jimmy Garoppolo cleared to play. He's got to get on the. It doesn't apply to Aaron Rodgers.
I don't get the whole New Orleans thing. I'm not a believer there.
Well, that's fine, but I mean, they've got a new quarterback. That's a storyline going in, right? It's not a storyline when it comes to Aaron Rodgers and the Jets.
He's Aaron Rodgers. He's a wizard.
Well, but what about everybody else? I just find it funny.
Well, we're filling time. USA Today is about to get started. They need. I need an article. Can you just throw something together? Doesn't matter whether it makes any sense or not. Just put it down and boom, we're good.
Yeah. Somebody named Nate Davis wrote that article.
Well, Nate. All right.
Just saying.
I'm sure he's okay.
Sure.
I mean, you're throwing stuff in there. We have no clue. Every NFL season takes its own twists and turns. There's going to be some team that you didn't think is going to do anything, like the Giants last year.
Yeah.
Nobody expected them to be in the playoffs.
Exactly.
There will be a team like that this year that will come out of nowhere that nobody's giving anybody a chance, and they'll be in the playoffs.
Who's that team?
It will happen. Cleveland Browns. I'm putting it out there. You don't have to agree. I'm just saying. You got one off the top of your head?
I like Seattle.
His wife made him say that.
Maybe. Cleveland?
Cleveland.
You've seen their division, right?
I've seen their division.
Okay.
Saying they're going to win the division. I just think they'll be in the playoffs.
Okay.
I'm not sold on Baltimore, to be honest with you.
The Ravens
and Pittsburgh.
The Ravens got a receiver.
Yeah,
they got
He's
Odell.
old. Yeah,
they got Odell. They got a quarterback. They're the Ravens.
Okay,
right. I'm glad you didn't say Denver.
They're the Ravens.
I just look at Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Cincinnati, and that Cleveland. I don't mind Cleveland. I think Deshaun has a hell of a year.
I think he does too. They've got Nick Chubb, who's there. Amari Cooper's still there. They've got some weapons.
So they got a running back that's happy.
Yeah.
Most running backs aren't happy.
Most of them are
There was
not.
a Zoom call on running backs trying to figure out what they could do to get their position group.
Was Nick Chubb involved?
I know who wasn't. We'll explain.
All right.
As we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. First, though, let me tell you about my friends at Ancira Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram Truck, part of the Ancira Itonado Complex. Very easy for me to tell you about and recommend Ancira because I am a longtime Ancira customer, and it's because of their great customer service before, during, and most importantly, after the sale. And that great customer service is why Ancira has been a top family-run dealership in San Antonio for decades. And you know Price made Ancira number one. Price keeps Ancira number one. So think Ancira. Ancira Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram Truck, part of the Ancira Itonado Complex on I-10 West between Wurzbach and Huebner.
It's R&R in the morning.
Martin's contract better be done. We're also talking NBA. Has Dame landed anywhere, and has Wemby put on any weight? We'll tell you whether it needs to put it on or not. It is training camp time, and the NFL is busy. So are we. The party starts at 6.
It's your wake-up call. R&R in the morning, 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
What could be more perfect than the perfect ratio of sizzling sausage to freshly cracked egg to melty cheese, sandwiched together in a perfectly toasted McDonald's McMuffin? If we added jalapenos to spice things up.
For a limited time only, grab the new cheesy jalapeno sausage McMuffin with egg paired with a refreshing iced coffee. Order in the app to earn free food. At participating McDonald's, must opt into rewards.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hi, we're Comparion Insurance Agency. Right now, you're thinking, Comparion? Never heard of them. We know. We also know that you have no idea that Comparion Insurance agents are local and provide expert advice. So to help it stick, we're going to say local agent 4 times in the next 15 seconds. Ready? Go. Our local agents know you and your community. Our local agents offer insurance from top carriers. Our local agents have minty fresh breath.
Find us at ComparionInsurance.com. Comparion Insurance Agency. Local agents, expert advice.
And there's number 4.
At SimpliSafe, we've designed award-winning home security with advanced sensors, HD cameras, and now this 24/7 LiveGuard protection, only from SimpliSafe. Now, monitoring agents can see and speak to intruders through our new indoor camera to help stop crime in real time and for fast police response. Get 20% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplisafe.com/radio. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
When I can't sleep, my mind just races. I think about work, the kids, but I don't think about taking melatonin because I'm afraid I'll feel groggy in the morning.
ZzzQuil Pure Z's Gummies has an optimal dose of melatonin for no next day grogginess, so you can fall asleep naturally and wake up feeling refreshed. ZzzQuil Pure Z's Gummies for better sleep like never before. And try Pure Z Sleep Plus Next Day Energy with melatonin plus extended release B vitamins.
Discover credit cards automatically double all the cash back you earn at the end of your first year, which means... Wait, hold up. Question for the audio engineer.
Go ahead.
Did I read that right? Discover automatically doubles all your cash back?
Yeah, that's what the script says.
So if I get a Discover card right now, I can earn twice the cash back.
Apparently. Wait! Unlimited first-year cash back match, only from Discover. See terms and learn more at discover.com/match.
If you're hiring, it can feel like trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. Like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Now try ZipRecruiter free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/FREE.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare information guide absolutely free. Call 800-969-1199. That's 800-969-1199. 800-969-1199.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. Okay, easy now. You're teaching your kid how to parallel park. Ouch! Turns out he likes to do it by feel. Don't worry, eBay Motors has bumpers, taillights, trunk lids, license plate holders, 122 million parts. Pull up just a little bit. And headlights. They've got lots of headlights. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Okay, next time you're at the store, I dare you to not think about the unmistakable, fresh, clean scent of Irish. I want you to resist picturing a shower filled with those sensational Irish Spring suds. And if you succeed, well, you got what my gramps used to call resolutitude. Not a real word, but let's be honest, you're probably going to end up leaving with Irish Spring because of its irresistible scent and because you have zero resolutitude. Pick up Irish Spring today.
Joe Reinagel, Jason Minix, The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is The Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix.
Cowboys are in California.
They are.
Heading their way. By the way, Dak Prescott wasn't on the team playing today either. He went up to Oxnard early. According to WFAA, he made an appearance at the Marriott today.
On his own?
On his own.
Does that surprise you?
Not really.
No.
No.
I mean, you wonder, Dak doesn't share a room, but you wonder if he got a rent house for friends and family.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But I would think that Dak Prescott, even though practice doesn't really start, meetings will start tomorrow. The making sure all the footballs, how every quarterback does different things to the footballs, sands them down, does this, that.
Absolutely,
you just get out there early, probably gets a workout on that grass by himself.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, just knowing that, because there's times where you show up at the facility and you might see either Dak by himself or Dak with another receiver, just
Yeah.
getting work in on his own. Not that we'll see this year because Zeke's no longer on the team, but you would see Zeke out there running on his own a lot of times. Zeke's still without a job.
He is.
And Zeke, for whatever reason, wasn't on the Zoom call of the quote-unquote NFL's top running backs. Don't know if he wasn't invited. Don't know if he said, yeah, I'm I don't know, playing top golf. Whatever. I just, when you see the list of running backs, the guy that is one of the reasons why running backs aren't getting paid anymore and wants to get paid again wasn't a part of that call.
Well, some fans speculated that some of these running backs are upset with Zeke because he kind of started this whole thing. Todd Gurley, Zeke, once they signed their big contracts, they weren't very good anymore.
Well, all right, so is a big contract generally is a reward for what you've already done. You've earned a big contract. Then as fans, as media, we talk about them not living up to that big contract.
Right. But neither one of those guys did. Big deals, and then they both seem to go into the tank.
Again, is it a big deal because you're rewarded for what you have done, or are you getting that big contract on the expectation that you're going to
I think it's a little bit of both.
Get better? Well, it is a little bit of both, but your production versus your pay isn't there.
Right.
So I don't know what running backs can do to change things.
Look, I think they're starting. I understand at this meeting there was a union representative there. Does the union try and change things in the next collective bargaining agreement? I'm not sure when that comes up. I think it's a little while away, though. So I don't know. Do you try to do something there? Do you just stage a big major sit out with all the running back? I just don't know.
I mean, there are suggestions that there could be a sit out, not during the season, but during OTAs and stuff. But we had Brian Urlock on the show earlier today, who is a player agent with Generation Sports Group. And if you missed it, check the audio vault at sasportstar.com, powered by AA Best Bail Bonds. But he talked about how on the lower end, those guys aren't going to miss anything because they get a nickel for that. They're chasing a dream.
Right.
If some of these guys want to sit out, you go to the XFL, the USFL, there's going to be somebody that will play.
Absolutely.
So I don't know that there will be a sit out. What I'm curious of, without any kind of research, right? All of us know that it feels like a running back hit and they fall off a cliff talent-wise.
Right.
We'll come up with the same two examples that change that. Adrian Peterson and Frank Gore. Those two guys are the only ones that seem to be productive after 30. Everyone else, the traditional running back, they get to 27, 28, 29, and 30. Their career is over.
Well, they take the most pounding of anybody.
They do, although a guard might argue that, a defensive lineman. But you're right. But we see their stats all the time. We know that the NFL game has changed with now more of a running back by committee situation, more passing. I'm curious what the analytics tell us when it comes to running back usage, because my guess is, in this world of analytics that we live in, that the data does not support paying a running back as a good financial investment. And I don't need analytics to tell me that. I've seen a running back after running back after running back, just like you have and everybody listening right now, that they get paid and then they can't live up to the contract because their numbers go off as go down as they get older.
But I think the other thing is that you've seen some teams, Kansas City comes to mind with Pacheco, who you get these young guys that you draft late and they turn into pretty good running backs. Tony Pollard's another one.
Yeah, fourth rounder.
Right. So I just think that that's kind of been the trend in the NFL. And I think teams, they don't have to, number one, draft running backs high, although Atlanta did this year with Bijan. But number two, you don't have to pay them. They let them go through their rookie deal, and then they're out. And if somebody wants to pay them, then so be it. That's the trend we're seeing. I find it very sad, honestly, because I like watching running backs play. I do. Good running backs, I like watching them play. So I find it very sad what's going on in the NFL right now, but it's a passing league. It truly is.
Chris Sims at Pro Football Talk has an interesting idea. And I don't know the idea on its face, the way Chris Sims presented it, as I'm reading it at profootballtalk.com, I don't know would fly. But there is that rookie salary pool thing that will bonus out players, rookie players that play well above their expected level. And lots of factors go into how much rookies can get out of that, from playing time to yards to all the different kind of stats. And Chris Sims suggested that there be some sort of running back pool that's separate from the salary cap that bonuses running backs on performance. And could you do something like that? Because if you're a running back in this situation, let's say a 4th, 5th round running back, you look at Pacheco, who was 7th round?
Yeah, he was up there, yeah.
Way outperforms what anybody expected him to get. But his rookie contract, and his contract is such that, well, I mean, he's certainly underpaid for the value he's offering to the team. There could be a bonus pool that he could dip into.
So you're saying on top of their salary?
On top of their salary.
Okay, so whatever salary they get.
It's all a bonus, and it's just like the rookie situation. It's the same thing is what the rookies deal with in the sense that it doesn't affect the salary cap, but rookies, there's a pile of money that every team pays into, and then they divvy that out. Should they do something like that for running backs?
Well, how is that fair? Then why not do the same thing with wide receivers? Same thing with safety. I
hear what you're saying, but if you're a running back and you realize my position is not going to get big money anymore, and my position also says as I get older, my chances of getting that second contract or even a third contract are slim to none. But I'm a rookie. I'm a 1st, 2nd, 3rd year guy taken in the 4th round, 5th round, 6th round. So my salary is low to begin with.
Right.
This is another way for me to make more money now. And if you're a veteran guy, you're Saquon, you're Austin Eckler, you've got your contract, but you can make more in bonuses out of this running back pool that you're competing for. If you don't play well, you're not going to get any of that money.
Well, I see where you're coming from, and on the face, it's a good idea. But what do? We just talked about Zeke and Todd Gurley getting rewarded for what they have done. So now you're putting Saquon and Dalvin Cook and these guys back in a pot thing.
I mean, the running backs are in a pot right now that has nothing but the oven is on. I mean, there's when you boil water and you run out of water, that seems like the running back. I mean, times are different. So I can't look at what Zeke did because they're not going to go back to that. Right?
No, they're not. But look.
And when I say they're, I'm talking about the owners.
How do you look a Saquon Barkley in the face and say, well, we're going to pay you $2 million a year, but there's this pool over here?
Well, I mean, if you're Saquon, maybe you're getting 6 to 8, right? Maybe you're still getting your 10, but you're asking for 19. Well, you're not going to get 19. But
they offered him 19.
But I can't put incentives in your contract that if you hit, because that affects the salary cap. So I need to come up with incentives for running backs that don't affect the salary cap.
See, I find it interesting, and I hear that. I mean, I don't think that's ever going to happen. Maybe it does. Maybe agents, the union, or whatever come up with something, and that's a part of it. I just think if you're a running back these days, Saquon Barkley, the reports were $19.5 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
I memean, I get it. You don't think that's enough money for what you do, but it is almost $20 million. At some point in time, I think running backs are going to have to be reasonable. I think Tony Pollard was a genius. Guy's making more money now than he probably ever thought he would in his whole life.
And we'll see what he can parlay that into. But I think over time, I mean, you're running back. That's what it's like. It used to be safeties, interior linemen,
right.
Whether you're offense or defenses. I mean, kickers, punters. I mean, at some point you're living a really good life and you're making a lot of money.
Sure.
But if you're Saquon, you look at what Zeke did, you look at, but those times have changed. And I've got to believe that there's data to back that up.
I'm sure there is.
From the analytics department. So I like the idea that Chris Sims is going with stealing the idea from the rookie performance pool or whatever they officially call it and saying, do we do this for running backs? But it's got to be separate from the salary cap so that teams can actually pay that out. Because otherwise they would put a lot of incentives in those contracts, but every incentive, whether you pay it or not, does count against the cap.
That might work for up and coming running backs. I'm skeptical that would work for guys that have been in the league for a little while and are looking to get paid. Saquon Barkley's looking to get paid.
Yeah.
He thinks he's earned it. And quite frankly, when you look at the New York Giants, he's their heart and soul of their offense.
He is.
So I don't blame him for wanting it. The problem is if it's not offered to you, it's not out there, then what are you going to do? And that's the tough thing about it is, and I feel bad for guys like that because I don't think the Giants can do anything without him. I just think he's that important to their offense.
I mean,
and Daniel Jones has got to be looking at that going, geez, what are y'all doing to me? Although he's happy, he got paid,
yeah,
but
he got paid, and he got paid because of Saquon.
Right.
And unless it becomes very disruptive in a locker room and like, I can't believe you paid him and not this guy.
Right.
Right.
I can see that happening.
I could too. I mean, because I think everybody in that locker room knows, but the business side of football, I think they all get it. It's not the Giants that are the only team unwilling to pay a running back. It is league-wide, which tells me all the analytics tell you that those are bad investments that teams aren't going to make anymore. So what can you do as a running back, and again, they all got together on a Zoom. What can they do to try to get some more money? And if you're Saquon, and if you get this much playing time in a separate pool, if you're this percentage of the offense, if you score X number of touchdowns, they need to create some sort of bonus structures that, you know what, if you get it, you get it.
I hope they fix it somehow. If that's the answer, so be it. If not, man, we got to do something.
Tomorrow on the Blitz, all the reaction from Jerry Jones' State of the Cowboys press conference, which you can listen to live tomorrow, scheduled to start at noon our time. We'll bring it to you live here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. And then if you're a wrestling fan, Kevin Von Erich will be on the show tomorrow at 2:30.
No doubt about it. Hey, before we go away, though, I want to tell you about my good friends at Stevens Roofing. This hot weather has been pounding down on your roof day after day after day, and second storm or windstorm or whatever you want to say. Look, if you think you've got some problems with your roof, you want to work with a local roofing company with years of experience. You want to work with a company whose people live in our area and deal with the same weather we do. That is Stevens Roofing. Got a great saying. It's buy local, stay local, trust local with Stevens Roofing. You know, the pros at Stevens Roofing can repair and install all kinds of roofs. They do just about anything you can think of, metal roofs, commercial projects, and they work with your insurance company. If you've got an insurance claim, hand it off to Stevens Roofing. Let them deal with that for you. Takes it right off your plate. Give them a call at 210-785-0994. They'll send somebody out, check for any damage, and they're going to give you an honest assessment. Whether it's a simple leak or an entire roof replacement, Stevens Roofing is your local roofer. They're here for you, rain or shine, and they're not going anywhere. They're going to be here for years to come. You can get them online at stevensroofing.net, but don't forget, buy local, stay local, trust local with Stevens Roofing. 210-785-0994.
It's 1,400 miles.